Welcome to the guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the Night Shift Let's Talk Gaming. I am CMoney, and I am joined by the man himself. You know him well. Is Mr. PSP, motherfucking Pony Slaying Papa. It's our boy, Demo Flow Gaming. What's up, player? Thank you for being here, man. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, back at it again, man. Happy as hell to be here. Another Friday. Enjoying gaming to the fullest. It's been an amazing week, I think, for gaming, and everybody's having fun, bro. Except for the few, but at the end of the day, they don't really matter. 0 to the left, and we just keep going and keep on having fun, dude. So shout out to Shah, shout out to you, and everybody coming in and all the panel, and let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. And this week, man, listen, first of all, thank God it's Friday, right? We fucking made it. Week's over. All right. That's a beautiful day. We fucking did it. All right. But yesterday, there was a little show. All right. And it's called the PlayStation State of Play. And I streamed it. And I didn't think it was bad as a show. I didn't think it was bad as a show. But it was... Something became very clear as I was reflecting on the show. And that's the fact that PlayStation really doesn't need first party, right? Like, it's pretty irrelevant right now. It's clear that whatever they're working on is all safety net shit, right? Like, let's be clear. That's what this is. It's all safety net stuff. They're not looking to push boundaries anymore. They're not looking to say, hey, first party, go crazy. It's all safety net stuff. And it's frankly pretty disappointing, right? It's pretty disappointing. So listen, we're gonna dive deep into that. But we also, I don't know how it happened, bro, but we got Concord 2.0 legitimately in the building. Fucking 2 weeks after it launched. RIP to HIGHGUARD. Oh my God, it's crazy. And I feel like we're lining up number 3 when it comes to marathon. I don't know. It's just a feeling. I don't know if that's gonna be legitimate or what happens there, but man, it's crazy. It's crazy that it's happened. And then one of the devs went ahead and wrote this fucking big ass fucking novel about how it's our fault. We're the reason the game failed, not the fact that he didn't make a game that made us want to partake, right? It's just him. It's just us. I'm sorry. It's just our fault. We should have loved it, because that's what it is, right, Demo? When people make a game, when a game is made, we must pay. Like, we must go play it, right? We must go buy it and play it, or just download it and play it. If we don't, we're the bad guys, right? That's what it is.
It's almost money as if they are not even trying to get our money or earn it. It's just like the entitlement is insane. And I get it. I don't know if we're gonna discuss it or make it into a topic, and maybe this is like he didn't make the cut or something. But I mean, for what I was able to discuss today, my show with Paul Boss about this, statement or novella that he wrote, and I gotta tell you, man. The thing is that it's just like they almost like they can read the room. They can read the room. That's exactly what's going on.
No,
And I don't know if
it
you
doesn't make
if you
any
can pull
sense.
out the statement.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
getting a
gonna
lot of
cover
echo.
that as a topic
Getting a lot of
completely.
echo. No.
Yeah, echo for me.
Yeah. One, two,
That's
one, two.
impossible.
Yeah. That, okay. No,
Are we
no.
good now?
Still.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
That's a good question. Is the chat hearing the same thing?
I
Is it
don't know.
crazy?
I'm
Let
hearing
us
the
know.
echo as well.
Yeah, you're hearing Harky in the house, the wise man in the building. What's going on?
Oh, Hargeet's in the building. We're gonna fucking go in.
Yeah.
But hold on. What
Yo,
did
yo.
I do? What did I do that's wrong over here? Why am I being a bitch? What's happening here?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Echo cancellation. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
You can still hear when we speak, not when you speak, but when we do.
Oh, when you speak.
Yeah.
Oh, because I probably raised the volume of. I try to hear you guys better,
Oh
so I
my
raised the
God.
volume a little bit.
CMoney, get some
All right.
earbuds. Okay.
Is
I mean, seriously?
I have them. I have them. I don't know where they
My
are.
goodness.
You know what it is?
Stop
I
with the
had
TV
these
thing,
down here, but
dude.
I used them on my. I switched them to my ROG, so I use them on my ROG now. So they're upstairs where my ROG is. I throw them on up there.
Just get another pair, whatever, right?
So before Hargi, jumps in, let me finish my point, which is the fact that they don't seem to be able to read their room, and they rely on people they know or they knew to tell them how good the game was. They didn't have an open beta. They didn't allow people from outside the circle to judge this game, and as a result, we see the failure. Like I could show you something, Simone, and tell you, bro, listen to this shit. This shit is good or whatever. You can tell me, oh man, that's cool. You know me. You know the backstory. You know the human, right? So when I show you something,
I have a bias to it.
You are biased, even though you might not, notice. You have a bias towards everything I do. I have a bias towards everything you do. And why is that? Because we're cool with each other and shit. You know what I mean? And that's something that you have to take in consideration when you're making a game. Make sure you're being judged by people who actually play the game. And on top of that, what they do, they hire some streamers to play the game rather than having the streamers playing the game naturally. And I know this could help them with the marketing and, putting the game out there for more eyes to see. But the way I see it is like, bro, let it happen organically, because if these streamers don't want to play your game, that's a big red flag. You have to understand, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it was the whole vibe of the game rather than the game is good or bad. I think technically the game was well made. I didn't see anything wrong with it. My gripe was with the setting, with the vibes of the game, with the characters and the whole aesthetic thing. It was more like I couldn't get my homies to play it. I was telling them, let's go try some high guard. They talking this, that, and everybody was like, am I gonna drop Call of Duty? They just drop rank. Am I gonna, they've been playing Arena Breakout Infinite, which is a, extraction shooter that's free to play also on Steam. Final Fantasy came out in the middle of all this. Everybody's been playing also. I've been playing. I've seen Hargy that has like 50 hours and shit and all the achievements. Insane. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like so much going on that you cannot expect your game to hit like that. Also, Overwatch new season. New Overwatch also being back at it again, drawing players from everywhere because everybody's back, even from Marvel Rivals. They surpassed Marvel Rivals on Steam. And it's just like a lot of games going on. So it's hard for a game like this to thrive, especially a game that's being pushed this way when nobody asked for it. Another thing that I wanted to say before I go, man, they said from the makers of Titanfall. So everybody thought that we were going to get something cool. Sci-fi maybe in the space, no gravity gunplay, jumping around, movement. Titanfall is associated in the FPS community with movement. You can do a bunch of crazy shit. You can slide forever. Right on Titanfall, you can just slide through all the whole map. It's so freaking cool. So we're expecting to see some of the elements, and we didn't get to see none of that. All we got is like a soy, game instead of a churrasco game or T-bone steak. You know what I'm saying? We got the soybeans. We were missing the substance, and as a result, that's what the game flopped. I think that's what it is. Not that the game was bad. The console has its holes, but whatever, man. What's going on with you, Hargy?
I mean, I played that shit on the stream, and I fucking wanted to like just blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, it is the shit. Like, people, like, there's no show here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a gamer. If I play a game, you guys watch. Anytime I play a game, you guys can easily see I'm either in it and think it's dope, or I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? Why did I do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just what it is, right? And this is why streaming it is so good, because it's very clear to see when somebody is genuinely feeling something, or when you're just like, what am I doing here? Right? Like, you can't hide that shit. And it's crazy because we all saw it right from the rip. You know what I'm saying? We all saw it immediately that game was not it. Like, we could just tell, everybody could tell that was a deflation of the night, right? The game awards, whatever, last game of the show, we're supposed to leave amped out of our minds, and we got that shit. Nobody knew what the shit was. There was no bias towards it. Right. There was no bias towards it. Everybody was amped. You had one job. Make everybody pumped with the trailer. And you failed. That's what happened. And the failure started there, and it just continued on because nothing changed. You didn't amp us up throughout the entire time. It was just there. And then all of a sudden, hey guys, this just coming out. It's like, fam, you're fucking gone already, bro. Nobody cares. Mind share is what matters. If you don't have us thinking about you, then you're gone. That's it. Like the Froggy game. What's that game? But
listen, CMoney, they were blessed. They started off with a big push by Geoff Keighley. Not every game out there get 100,000 eyes on them from the get-go, even if they play free to play. And look, they couldn't grab it. They couldn't grab people. And the other thing is, like, they ignore all the red flags. Guy, I don't know if you can pull out the statement. He said that he blocked everybody or made his shit
as a topic too.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of just like we're just fucking going in.
Yeah, we're just fucking going. Yeah,
I gotta put a chapter. We're gonna talk about it because there's a bigger conversation too to be had outside of just HIGHGUARD, right? Because there's other games that are going through the same shit. We're definitely gonna talk about all that. But before we do anything, we gotta get the proper introduction to our boy. That's right, you know him well. He is the author. He is the patriot. He's the pony slayer and the pony bot tier maker. It's our boy Hargy Shadi. Shout out to Hargy, man. Thank you for being here, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. My PC isn't doing well though. It's just having all sorts of issues. I had to reboot it right before. Like, it just wouldn't even start. So I don't know. Like, my graphics card, I had to pull it out. I don't know. There's some weird shit going on. And I don't know, whatever. Yeah, it's all effed up right now. But anyway, whatever. This is my productivity machine, not my gaming machine. That one's running fine. But but yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
By the way, the echo while Demo was talking, it was still there. I don't know if it's still there while I'm talking. But anyway. But either way, otherwise, doing fine.
Well, hopefully it's not bad, guys. Let me know in the chat. But listen, before we get into anything else, because we've been going in, but we gotta say what's up to the homies who are live in the building with us, man. Thank y'all so much for your support. Thank y'all for being here, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us. But of course, we got to go ahead and shout out our homies to support us over on Patreon and on YouTube. And specifically, we got our elite members. That's right. We got the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, and Queen Witch. And then we have our inner circle members, the homie Pragmatic Eagle, Hargy Tiny, and Broke Boy. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And then we have our January champs. That's right. Most top threes for the month. The best bot of January was our boy Ryu Art. Most first super chats was from our boy Mac22TH54. Biggest super chat and most biggest super chats was from our boy Ryu Art. Top three most gifted subs came from our boy Broke Boy, Ryu Art, and Jonas the Dad. And the most gifted subs at once was from Broke Boy. Shout out to you guys. Thank y'all so much for your support. Appreciate y'all, man. But of course, you know how we do here, man. You know how we do here. You guys live right now in the building. You guys are supporting us in such a major way, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us tonight on this blessed Friday night. So thank y'all. We made it. We did the work. Now it's time to chill. Got Valentine's Day coming up. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. It's a time to just relax and be with your family. So shout out to everybody here. We appreciate y'all. You guys are also special to us. But of course, listen, you can't all be the equal. It's not possible. You can't all be the same type of special. It's not possible. Why? Because three of you have risen above the rest. That's right. Three of you are the specials of the evening. Three of you were the first three people in this building. You guys saw that on-point bat signal go up and you said, the fuck I am not going to be there. And the fuck you were. You were the top three people in the building. Now, the real question is, who are these people? Go ahead, Demo. Hit us with a who. You could do it. Who. There you go. Number 3 in the building is our motherfucking homie. Our boy. Motherfucking E-Ranks. Shout out to our boy E-Ranks. Number 3 in the building. He's not fucking around. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Appreciate you, man. Oh, shit, my book. I don't even know what happened. Here we go. See? I got it, though. You're good. Make sure I got it right. You know what I'm saying? Can't fuck around. All right. Here we go. Boom shakalaka. All right. All right. Just want to get that right there. So fuck around and find out. Beautiful. All right. So we got E-Ranks in the building. Number 3. He's not fucking around. Thank you, sir. Number 2 in the building. It's our motherfucking homie. And one of our Tuesday hosts now. It's our boy. Motherfucking Broke Boy in the building. Shout out to our boy Broke Boy. Number 2 in the building. He's not fucking around. Thank you for being here, my brother. Shout out to you, man. And then there was one. Number 1 in the building. The best bot of the night is our boy. Motherfucking User for Games. Shout out to the homie User for Games, man. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you for being here, man. You the man. Best spot of the night. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you, sir. All right. All right. Go here. All right, that's updated there. Beautiful. Gotta do a little shimmy.
Just FYI, I think like when you're playing the like soundboard stuff, I think it's like not coming through and then it's muting you. Yeah.
Okay. Let's try this again. What about now?
Now it worked. That worked.
Yeah, I mean it's Valentine's. Finger blasting gotta work no matter what.
Gotta be able to finger blast. There's no other way around it for sure. So I definitely feel that. Absolutely. Okay, cool. That works now. All right. So I'm gonna update this right here. User for Games. Gotta get that banner right. Broke Boy. E-Ranks. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Done. Okay. Cool. Now, before we get started, I do got to shout out the homie Abdel1143. You know him as Clute over on Twitter. That's right. He doesn't fuck around. Member for 12 months. It's been 1 year, my friend. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my dude, for the support. Means a lot to us, man. Shout out to you, bro. I do see we got some homies in the building, of course. We got our motherfucking homie Malcolm X-Lax. You were so close, dog, to being number 3, but you were number 4. God damn. Space Shot in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Toe Tag, what's going on, fam? Appreciate you, homie. Game Shark in the building. Twinkle, baby. Got Ren in the building. What's going on, player? Pal, Xbox for Life. What's up, man? Says, anyone playing High on Life 2 yet? Yes, I have. I reviewed it. It is up as a short. We're trying something new. We put it up as a short. And then I'm giving that some time. And then I'm going to just post the full video that's actually longer, has more in it. I made a condensed short version to put up. So definitely take a look out. When you do see it again, you got to go watch it again because it is a longer version. It has more content in it. So definitely go check that out. But God, that game is good. Fuck what IGN has to say. That's crazy that they gave that shit a 6. The crack flows strong in their offices. They are all white-nosed. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers out here nonstop doing the cocaina. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is. That's how they roll at IGN. That's just what it is. There's no other way because that 6 is crazy work. Have you guys played it at all? Demo? Hargeet? No?
High Life?
You're muted. Oh, okay. No, you're good now.
High Life, you said?
Yeah, High on Life 2. Yep.
The second one I haven't. Honestly, I want to finish the first one. I'm almost done with it. I got like 3 hours left or something like that. And then after I start the second one. So I kind of want to do it in order because I actually care. I actually care about the story of this one. But it looks incredible for what I've seen. The skateboard and everything looks dope. Yeah, I can't wait.
Dude, it's so good. It's like, yo, it's like the Sunset Overdrive vibes is crazy. Like when you're skating around and you're blasting people, it literally feels just like it. It feels like it, bro. It feels so good, but it's so funny. Like, you know, I don't know if y'all if you remember the situation that happened with High on Life, but that's the dude, if I'm not mistaken, that made Rick and Morty, right? That's the guy who made High on Life, the studio. Roland, whatever his first name was, but I think his last name was Royland or some shit. Yep. He got into issues and he left the studio. And honestly, at that point in time, you know, you think of him being like the guy behind Rick and Morty. It's like, well, if he's out, all the comedy came from like that idea. So it did put like this idea that maybe a sequel would be fucked, you know, or wouldn't quite be able to do the same. But I gotta tell you, man, they doubled down, tripled down. They made it so funny, but I feel like there are obviously like the stupid funnies, like you literally it's crazy. I didn't put it in the review because it's wild, but you literally inadvertently help a dude get a blowjob in the game. Okay. You're saying from like this troll ass monster. It's so it's crazy. He's like, I went, he was like, I went under a bridge and I found this troll and I got the best head of my life. And I've been searching for it forever, but I'm just afraid to go under there and be disappointed. So I wanted you to check for me. And then you find them, and he's like, there you are. And it goes to black, and you hear the slurp for a second. And it's like, what the fuck just happened? How did that? It's just so funny, yo. It's really legitimately funny. And I feel like they made the game. Like they did shit in the game for the purpose of just being able to get a laugh out of you. So like you, like a mission you might have to do something in the mission. And in one of the later missions, he's like, yo, go, I need you to go tell these other people to turn their machines off. Right. So you go to them only to have them say some like funny, crazy, like there's no reason this happened, right? This didn't have to happen. He could have just told them himself. He's the person in charge, but he makes you go do it. And then you just get these like funny, ridiculous conversations that are so good, bro. Like, yo, I'll be in the streets of the city and I'll just keep talking to them because they'll keep talking to you until they get tired of you. And then they'll just like flip on you like, bro, you ain't got nothing else to do. Why are you still talking to me? Or you'll have somebody else like one of the girl, like, well, actually a lot of them do different things, but they'll be like, listen, I ran out of dialogue. All right. I got nothing more for you. Leave me alone. Like, it's just like these little things. They're so funny, man, when they do it. And the voices are all really good. They're not over dramatic like his voices are. Like when he does his voices, it's like, like, no, it's actually just, they're all just well done. I loved it. There's so many surprises, by the way. Like literally when you get the review, they're like, hey, please don't talk about this fucking long list because legitimately there's some real surprises and unexpected shit in this game. And it sucks because technically I could talk about it right now because it was, you know, they said it, you know, that was for the pre. So before the game released, they didn't want you to talk about it. Afterwards, I guess people are going to be streaming it, so it'll be out there. But legitimately, I don't even want to be the one to tell you right now. Maybe later on in life. But like, there's so many cool fucking things in this game that is just so unique and so creative and like just like unexpected. Like I didn't think they were going to go this hard, but they did. It's phenomenal. Definitely got to go fucking play this game if you have it.
Yeah,
Pal. He says I'm enjoying it. It's so good, man. You definitely need to do it.
for what I've seen,
I see General Spartan. Go ahead.
No, I was saying for what I've seen, it looks cool. I like the whole skateboard, and I like that type of humor. It is raw and uncut, and it's like South Park, like raw like that.
Yeah,
And
kind of.
I'm into that because those are like the good vibe games, right? You turn that up when you're, happy, when you're trying to have a good time, just kill some time. And I love the first one. I'm still loving it, matter of fact. So I can't wait to see the second one, dude.
Oh,
it's incredible.
The other thing that is gonna be, you're gonna look at it, you're like, this shit is crazy. The weapon acquisition, how you get the new guns. It's not just beat this boss and get the gun, or do this and get the gun. It's almost like each gun has its own little story that you go through, and you go through this whole thing for it to happen. Like they're all so uniquely done. They're all so well done. Oh man, it's really memorable shit, to be honest with you. Like, this is a game, like if you play it, if you complete it, it is a game that you will remember. There's so much memorable shit. Like, I could play a game and love a game, and then like after a little while, I kind of forget what I did. In some of these games, I just remember that I love the game. This one is not one of those games. I remember all these moments. They're just so dope. It's worthwhile. Like when you beat High Life 2, don't just be like, when you beat High Life 1, don't just go into 2. 2 is just so good though. Like, don't let it slip. Don't hold it back. Just play it before shit gets real busy with new games coming out, because this shit is worth it. It's worth it.
Definitely.
I see the homie Moonlight Ace in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for going ahead and doing the super chat for $5, man. Appreciate you. It says, honestly, they should make a trash game award when we got the worst game. Get the grand prize to being a trash developer. That would be wild if they just had like the worst games of the year award, and like legitimately try to give a dev a trophy like, hey, you did it, you were the worst dev of the year. Like, can you imagine? That would be really fucked up, actually. Moonlight. But that would be interesting. That would be legitimately some crazy shit. So I could tell you one dev I know that should absolutely volunteer to be there. It's a little cold was it Cold Violet? Is that the game?
Cold Violet.
The Quantum people who made Cold Violet. Quantum Error. Jesus.
I'm still getting the echo, by the way. I don't know if HIGHGuard can hear it.
God, what the fuck? It's like the day everything goes to shit.
It's because Doodle's not here.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Normally it's all good to go over there, but
HIGHGuard is muted too. He tried to say something, I think.
Are you muted? Let me know in the chat if you're still seeing it fucked up.
Yeah.
Or hearing it fucked up. Because I don't know what it is. Where else? Where was I? I got homie there. I see General Spartan 27 in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you, man. Be nice in the building. What's going on, player? Amit Kumar, what's going on, homie? Thank you for being here, bro. Be nice says I must have watched the Bad Bunny halftime show 100 times, bro. It was fire. I mean, it's just, let's call a spade a spade. Demo, you saw the halftime show?
Say what? I'm sorry.
The halftime show.
What do I think about it?
Watch it. Yeah.
I think nobody was rocking with it in the stadium. I mean, I like Bad Bunny music, but I think the stadium was dead. I don't know, bro. It felt like forced. it feels like they wanted to like I don't know. I don't want without getting political. Like they wanted to force more like the political stuff rather than entertainment. I mean, last year they had the Super Bowl in New Orleans and they didn't have Lil Wayne in there. So I'm like, bro, like, what are you guys thinking? That's his city. This year, what was this? I don't know where it was located, but it feels like I don't know, like it was forced at the end of the day. It felt like it was like kind of messed up for Bob Bunny to go in there and have the whole stadium like being there standing for what I've seen, and people hating on the show for no reason. Like I mean, that's not his fault. He was, I mean, he got a call, and they were like, okay, you big, you're popular, and we think that you can rock the Super Bowl, and I think that was a mistake. I mean, honestly. I like his music. I've been to his concert, but I think that it didn't match the stage. People weren't rocking with it. Maybe like if they had Daddy Yankee Despacito or something that's more renowned to the Americans. Yeah, I think that they would enjoy it. And also, Bob Bunny, to be honest, is not a great singer. So I mean, he doesn't sound as good as somebody like I don't know, like a real singer. Like it's like he came out with trap, and then he switched up to this like weird shit that he's doing, and I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm weird.
I mean, I don't know. The songs are fucking fire, dog.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been listening to that ever since Doodle's been on the Bad Bunny trade for a little while now, and I just fucking I knew of him, but I didn't really listen to his shit that much. But then I started listening to it. I started getting really fucking into it, and like, dude, I've been hearing nothing but Bad Bunny all goddamn since the Grammys, dog. Like since he took the album of the year, I've fucking been nonstop listening to that shit. I'm so into it, bro. That Super Bowl for me was crazy.
It was good to you.
But the stadium is full, a bunch of blancos that don't fucking know Spanish. So,
that's the thing. Does it really matter? Like when it comes to music, to know their language? I've been jamming to when I first came up, like I would listen to rap music all the freaking time. I don't understand a word. And I used to listen to DMX, Tupac, all of those people like coming up. You know what I'm saying? And I was crazy about that shit. And I don't understand the language, so there's no excuse. It's just people wasn't feeling it. It just
but you're still in the culture, right? Like you're still in the culture of it. Like you like that type of music. So whether you understood it or not, you still were able to vibe with it. Just like I don't know every fucking. I'm Spanish. I don't know every fucking word. I'm not from there. Like I didn't grow up speaking only Spanish, so I'm not native like that. Like there's a bunch of shit he says I don't fucking know, but I get the gist of it. And the music is crazy. Like it's just the beats are fire. Everything's so good. I don't know. Yeah. I'm super into it, but
I just feel like he had way better songs than the ones that he sung in there. That's just how I feel. I feel like he could have rocked way more other songs that were way better than.
Well, they did say he was one of the. Well, he was one of the first artists, or one of the only artists, to actually focus most of the set on his current shit and not his back catalog of older stuff.
The shit that people know.
Yeah.
New shit that nobody know about it.
Yeah, it's dope though. I'm feeling it. Let me get the motherfucking homie Ryu are in the building. Shout out to our boy Ryu, man. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Thank you so much for that $20 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says CMoney not the only one with spoilers. Demo playing games and making babies. Congrats, CMoney, to GDC. Thank you so much, man. I'm really, really excited. I already found out Xbox got some stuff happening. I'm gonna be at some stuff. There's something happening that I can't be at because I'm not gonna be there because I'm not going to full time. That's happening right off the rip. But there's a lot of stuff going on. Exciting. I'm gonna get a lot of hands-on with a bunch of new shit that's coming out relatively soon. It's gonna be dope. And I'm gonna be trying to see what I can stream from over there. So we'll see how it goes down. But it's gonna be a good time, man. It's gonna be a good time. Thank you, Ryu. I appreciate you, brother. All right. I see Infinite Hero in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Aurora, what's going on, man? Yes, I agree 100%. It was the Konami state of play. Yo, it just shows you how weak PlayStation is, my dude. I'm telling you, there's just no denying it. Like, this shit is just becoming more and more prominent, right? Is more and more prominent that and like clear that PlayStation is just, as a studio, like as the first party devs, as sad as it is, it pains me, but it's really like they don't have a purpose to exist. You know what I'm saying? They don't. We watched the show live, and as soon as Konami started doing stuff, it's like, oh, okay, that looks pretty cool. Like, Konami brought it. They brought a bunch of cool shit. I was super pumped to fucking see Metal Gear Solid 4 finally released from its PlayStation 3 prison. And then here we are. You know, it's out. It's going to come to Xbox in the Master Collection and PC. It also, this show just showed fucking Phil's hand, right? It shows Xbox Master fucking plan. In that show, almost every single game was at least coming to PC. So if you're an Xbox handheld owner right now, almost anything that you saw there is already confirmed to be coming to PC. All the big games, everything that you might have been excited for, minimum PC. Most of the other ones, all Xbox as well. But the minimum is the PC, and that's the key, right? That's the loophole that, unfortunately, PlayStation will not be able to get around, right? Their devs and the devs that partner with them, they might be able to lock them down to just PlayStation, but they're not locking them down away from PC. You know what I'm saying? So you're getting, no matter how you cut it, if you see a game, you want to play that game. If you own the Xbox handheld or the next gen Xbox or the next gen OEM Xbox, you're going to be able to play anything that you see at these shows. That is why what Phil is doing is so powerful, because it literally just takes away the power that PlayStation has, the manipulation they have. Let's be real. Konami's getting in bed with PlayStation. It's clear, right? They are. But who the fuck is Konami, right? Konami has been dying on the streets on the side for a long time, and they finally gathered up a group of games that have some interest. Obviously, Silent Hill came out last year and kind of started the wheels, right? Because Konami was like, where the fuck are you? They did Snake Eater, the demo, but again, the remake. But again, these are small things, right? And these have been remakes, where now you're seeing them actually start make some cool stuff. Looks good. They came on and they really flexed. They did a good job, but they're easy to manipulate, right? Because it's like, hey, we'll put you on our stage. Let's go ahead and make some of these games where it's only for us. Cool. But it's still on PC. Still on PC, which again is, as an Xbox fan, you're covered. Don't matter how, you got it. It's yours if you want it. That's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful fucking thing. But shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you for being here. And then Toolman, I see you, man. I see a bunch of you guys. Thank you so much for rocking out. Trey Bone, what's going on, player? Brian Gibo, what's up, man? Thank you for rocking out. Appreciate you, homie. All right. I see you guys. Appreciate you for being here. We're gonna see it rocking, man. I don't want to take too long before we start going in. But let's go ahead and let's get started with the show, man. Let's get started with the show. All right, let me just catch up over here. All right. So let me hold on. First was I gotta get our boy in here, so don't fuck around and forget. Okay, timestamp and get my other chapter going. Where are we? Bam, go here. We're going to start with the high guard situation and that whole conversation. And the conversation is bigger than just high guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be clear, it's bigger than high guard. But we're going to start there. But you know what? Actually, before we do this, because I did promise, and I'm wondering just before I say it, Hargeet, if you remember the last show of last week, you really wanted to talk about the numbers.
138 million.
138 million. And I told you that we would cover it this week. So let's go ahead and let's get that going first. All right. Because I did tell you we were gonna do that, and I'm a man of my word. All right. So Hargeet, the numbers came out, and Take-Two had said that there's about 138 million consoles between Xbox and PlayStation. And then PlayStation official numbers came out, and they're at 92 million console sales or shipped. So there's 138 million total consoles between PlayStation and Xbox out in the wild. PlayStation officially says they have 92 million, which means for the easy math of it, that means PlayStation's 92, Xbox is at least 46 million. That's the numbers, the way the maths out. Okay. Now, the world told us that Xbox sold like 20 something million, 28 million, 25. Some people said 30. And then it's been years that they've been saying that. And every month that goes by, we keep seeing more people are buying it, just not more than anybody else, but they're still buying the console. And then all of a sudden, magically, they went from 30-ish to about 46 million plus. Hargeet, tell me what's going on, man.
Yeah, this is the fun part, right? Is like, how the heck did the industry get it wrong then? Like, is it really just like the numbers are off by Take-Two? That might be possible. So let's assume that they're accurate in some way, right? If they're accurate, then how did the industry tell us it's at 30 million when it's like 50% more than that? Like that's ridiculous. That's a huge like, you know, way off number. What the heck is going on? So I don't know. Like, it's been stagnant from the industry perspective at like 30 million for the last 3 years. And it's like, well, they keep selling. Oh, but they're selling less. But they're still selling. So what are the numbers?
Nope.
I think it's just one like ridiculous thing. And if the numbers are accurate, again, they may not be. They may not be. But if they are, then that's not a bad generation, is it?
By the way, there's still echo.
Not.
There's big echo, by the way. Yes. It's
Yeah.
annoying.
Just one of those.
Weird.
Go get a headset, dude. Just go get a headset, man. It sounds.
It
really
can't
annoying.
be from the volume. I have it pretty
Mute
low
the
now,
TV.
and it's
Mute
been
the TV.
okay.
Then we'll know immediately.
TV's muted.
All right. Hello. Yeah, perfect.
Is there still echo?
It's gone.
No,
It's gone.
fucking TV
It's your
picking up
TV.
as low as volume.
Hey,
Okay.
in your face, everybody that was making it seem like it was my fault in the chat. It's
No.
not my
No, it's the TV. But either way, I just found that, like, how did the industry get it this wrong? That is the part that is just crazy. Like, it needed to, like, this needs to be resolved. Is it that much? If it is, then there's egg on the face of all those analysts. If it's wrong, that's fine. If the number's wrong, it's fine, right? But like at 45 million, it's probably going to end at 50 something million. That's not a bad generation. That's totally fine. So I think we need to kind of like realize that no, they did just fine with the Series X generation. They basically came close to where the Xbox One was. Xbox One was like 60-ish something. They're right around there. So that's kind of their ceiling, right? The rest of the world hates Xbox, hates Microsoft, fine, whatever. It basically is a US console. It sells a little smattering in the rest of the world. Fine. Based on that, it's doing fine. And apparently, people do buy it for Game Pass. Even all the nice little gallopers out there, as Doodle will call them. So I just found that rather amusing. That all this time we're talking about how it's death of Xbox. It doesn't sell anything, but it's actually on the same trajectory it's been on with the freaking Xbox One the whole time. Okay. By the time the next one comes out next year, it'll basically be like where the Xbox One was. It's like, okay, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. because this generation is going to continue to sell. Wait till you see the price of magnets. Then you're like, oh, that Series X, though. It looks like it's a pretty good deal. So, yeah, it might start selling more. But anyway, we'll see. But yeah, I thought that part was just hilarious.
I mean, I think it is. I think it's a big deal. Just the fact, and again, it's not like we give a shit, right? Like console sales are not our thing. We like to make fun of PlayStation's, like these ponies' desire for them, right? But at the end of the day, I don't care how much is sold what. But that being said, that pretty much kills the narrative, right? Xbox can't be dead if it's at 46 million consoles sold, right?
It's in parity with the PlayStation.
Makes no sense.
It's the 2-to-1 it was last gen. It's the same 2-to-1 now. Same number.
Nothing changed for real.
So it's like, okay, narrative gone. I'm done with it.
Nice.
Like all these stupid narratives.
Yeah. and it doesn't matter. And I agree with CMoney in the sense that we do not get a check with like console sales and shit. That's a question that I wanted to ask. What's in it for you? Why do you care so much? Like I mean, I never cared about this shit, but the fact that the Xbox Series every time has less console sales, and then the PlayStation 2 keeps on breaking records. It just
the PlayStation 5, yeah.
No, PlayStation 2,
but they went down. They went down in sales, right? So did we get the outcry from the industry? PlayStation dead. Did you notice they went down in revenue? Oh my god! Is it dead? Yeah. It's dead. They're gonna shut it down. Oh my god! Did we get that? Oh, but Xbox had a revenue slip from last year, the year before. Oh, that's the end. Is it really? I'm just done with these stupid ass narratives. Done with these stupid ass narratives. Did you guys see any articles that said PlayStation's dead? Did you see any article?
Why would they? Why would they?
And how
they never
about
do. They never will.
Well, and what about like they drop in a bad game or they have a bad, for example, I know that we're in the topic, but Horizon, the Hunter's Gathering, didn't look too good. Where are the articles about like possible layoffs that we might see at Guerrilla? And now with this God of War game that dropped today, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be losing. I mean, yesterday, I don't know if they're gonna be losing money with that game because even David Jaffe,
the state of play.
Did you see David Jaffe's reaction to the shit?
We're gonna
about the game.
It's a good one, but
yeah, I have it. We're gonna talk about it when we get to the topic. For sure.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a massacre. Yeah. It's a massacre. But it's just funny that this is the narratives that are out there, and that's why it makes so little sense to even give a shit about what these ponies have to say, because their entire belief structure is wrapped up around something that does not bring them games. The state of play showed us that it doesn't. The fact that these games that were on the show are also coming to PC, like 95% of them, just shows you that it's done. It's done. PlayStation's already giving up with that space. They know that they need to put it to PC.
Another great narrative, baloney bullshit story dying. They're all so excited. Spider-Man 2 is coming to PS Plus. Like, you fuckers, we get that every fucking game. Every fucking game we get that.
Oh.
Every fucking game.
Yo, Hargy, don't even get me started. Because I posted it on Twitter that, now you guys are not worried about game sales, right? And look what they did to me. They came into my comments and they started saying that I was an idiot. I didn't know what I was talking about. How this game sales being cannibalized when the game came out 2 years ago. That I didn't know. And that's
my problem, because what? I don't give two fucks. I get my service and my game comes in the service. I'm excited because I just download the game and I play it. I don't give a shit. I got High on Life 2. Brand fucking new. I can download and play.
Instead of saying something like, and this is what I would say, right? From the gamer's perspective, you would think that they would say something like, damn, man, about time. I'm glad that we got Spider-Man in the PlayStation. No, bro, you know what they did instead? They say that they literally rather have sales of the game and see the sales go to up to like 20 million and shit like that, rather than having the game in the service. That's bad. And I'm like, okay, that's bad for who?
bro?
That's bad for who? For who? Like at the end of the day, you didn't get to. You had to buy the game, and you're already playing for PS Plus. You could have get it in your service and enjoy it the same way and saving some money. You didn't have to be a corporate slave and suck off Sony like that, bro. You didn't have to go that hard. I mean, shit. It almost looks like you're enjoying it. Like, I mean, there's force and there's enjoyment. It looks like you are the second. You guys are really gargling that like hard, like motorboating that shit for real. Come on, man. Who cares? Enjoy what you get on PS Plus. If you haven't play the game, because I'm pretty sure that a lot of people from PlayStation 5 or that play on the PlayStation 5 haven't played Spider-Man 2 because a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people didn't rock with the game. Well, now is your chance. You already paid for PS Plus. You might as well give it a shot, play it, and it'll bring more people to possibly even buying more the game or getting more copies. You never know. Maybe some people want to keep it because they will put it out. If this is just the one thing that I know about Sony PlayStation, they put their first-party games on the service and then they take them out. I'm like, yo, like, what is this? So it's like the constant paying and deceiving, that they have with their own fan base. And it's like, okay, so now the Sony PlayStation doesn't have first-party games. It doesn't matter. And it's like almost like they just want PlayStation to win no matter what. That's what they want.
It's the bullshit version of winning for them. This goes back so far. I still remember when I had put out a post and asked, what would you rather have? No more first-party games from PlayStation or PlayStation games go everywhere? And they said they rather the first party shut down than to put the games everywhere. Like, this is the fucking world that they live in, where they don't care about these games, my dude. They don't care about these studios making these games. They just want a bullet point that they could point to and say, oh, look at the sales numbers. The problem is that all their games have been not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Helldivers, there hasn't been a successful PlayStation game in a true meaningful way in a fucking years, man. Like, it's crazy. But this is what they desire. And then PlayStation looks at them and they're like, you know what? I'll give you a new Horizon game. Sure. It's going to be cartoon. You want a new God of War game? No worries. It's going to be 2D, but not the cool HD 2D that all these indies are doing. The indies with no money. Not that. No, we're going to give you generic base bitch, fucking the worst 2D basic shit ever. Bro, this is what somebody was talking to me, and this is kind of leaning into this fucking thing, but I don't want to forget it. I heard somebody talking about it, and during the show yesterday when I was watching, when I saw that 2D, I was actually relieved because I was thinking some other crazy shit. Like, what other loser shit can you make? It's a passion project. And then they showed that. I was like, okay, well, it's a 2D thing, right? And that's better than nothing, right, for them. But as I just been sitting on it and seeing it over and over, I'm like, yo, how is this a Sony Santa Monica game? Like, your passion project, your people who are working for passion, this is what they produce, the most basic looking shit ever known to mankind. That's the shit that they want you to have a PlayStation 5 Pro for. How can you fucking go out here and have that shit put out here so that people can see that this is what your devs have worked with? And then we look at fucking 2D games that are produced by these small indie devs. Yo, this game, I don't know if you guys saw it, came out on Game Pass.
Mario.
Are we going to get into
Mario.
this thing now, or are we going to get into it later?
Mario.
Because I have things to say about
No, we're going to get to later. We're going to get to later.
One thing, they didn't have to copy Pentiment so hard.
Pentiment smacks up God of War's Sons of Sparta. All right. Let's call it. Let's keep it a buck. All right. Fucking Pentiment slaps that bitch up. All right. Let's not go too far in this direction. But yes, it's crazy. Yes. And the price too. Don't even give me. I see you, Alfred. What's up, man? don't even get me started with the price of it either. But all right. What were we talking about? Oh, okay. So the conversation we were having was the Xbox has 46 million. How is it dead? How this pony narrative still surviving? I don't know. Crack kills. You know what I'm saying? But apparently not them. All right. Are we good with this, Hargeet? This topic? Did you get your itch?
I'm good. I think that's pretty much all. I just love the fact that the entire industry has it totally wrong, apparently, right? And like they're doing fine. And I'm like, okay, that's just fucking bullshit. Yet another Xbox dead bullshit story.
The echo is back.
Facts.
Oh yeah, the echo's back.
God damn it.
No, not gonna lie, Hargy, you sounded really evil with the echo. Yeah, and the Undertaker fire.
Yes. Well, it's Paris as the Undertaker.
Yeah, I'm just muting
I
myself
fucking crave.
when I'm not talking,
not
so that it won't happen. Yeah. Hold on.
Or you could just get a headset. I'm sure you have one.
I'm just trying to get my article up so that I can go ahead and do it. How far fucking I must have passed it.
I came with CMoney. What a noob.
I know. Just noob action.
Oh yeah, good point. Tarboss asks, "Do you have Doodle's mic on?"
No, it's muted.
Okay.
It's muted.
And you're frozen too.
Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, I freeze anytime. I don't know what happened, what took place. I freeze anytime I go away from that screen now. So when I'm looking, all right, here I found it. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to do it. Maybe I gotta set. You know what I'm gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if this makes a difference. I'm gonna separate this bitch. Take that out. Oh shit! I can do split screen in the browser. Did you know that shit?
As
I didn't
in
know
like
that.
two different within the browser.
So you could take a tab in Edge, move it, and in the one screen of your browser, you can have two tabs open. That's fucking dope. So this seems to solve the problem. I'm looking at what I'm looking at over there, and I'm able to look over here for what I'm looking for.
Nice.
Fucking A. I did it. I fucking did it. You all thought I couldn't do it, but god damn it, I did it. Fucking A.
Is there an
this
echo?
would
Is
make
there an
life
echo? Is
so
there an
much
echo?
easier.
Yeah, so there's it's a little bit.
God damn it.
Oh, it's a
nothing
lot actually.
Yeah.
I'm not frozen anymore though, right? Listen, one fucking problem at a time. Okay. All right. So as long as you guys are not talking though, there's no echo, right? It's just when we talk together that shit goes to hell. Yes. I can't see the
It
chat.
will now,
I
right?
gotta open the chat over here.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
All right. You said you can hear yourself? Oh, you can hear yourself when you talk.
From you,
Right?
yes.
Yeah, you can hear it. Okay, here. So I got this. All right. So at least we solved the pausing problem. I don't know what's going on with this. I have the audio. I have broadcasts. Let me ask you this. Does this fix that problem? Go ahead and talk, guys, and see if the echo comes around with this.
If you want to be my lover.
I can totally hear him.
Solved or no?
No, still got echo.
What a whore.
Hey, it's Valentine's. Perfect time to be whoring around.
That's wild.
That's not wild. That is true.
Look, I won't. Not if you're not you, Demo. This is not the perfect time for you to be doing that.
Oh, okay.
God damn it. Is it no bueno, sir? No bueno. All right. Listen, it just kind of is what it is at this point. I don't know what's happening. And I don't want to spend too much time. So I'll just mute myself when I'm not talking. No. Yes, when I'm not talking, I'll mute myself. When you guys are talking, I'll be muted. We'll be good. All right. Let me get this goddamn chapter, okay? Before we fuck around and not get there. Okay. So there we go. Boom. Beautiful. 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 All right. So again, like I said, this is going to be bigger than it, but I wish it wasn't the way. I wish that I wasn't right. I wish that we weren't all right. Okay. I don't wish harm on any of these devs, right? But as we believed, as we thought, as we saw almost immediately when they first dropped the trailer for it at the Game Awards, High Guard is essentially dead after 2 weeks on the market. They did a huge layoff. It's like 95% of the staff is gone. And yeah, everybody's out. The game is kind of in limbo. Nobody is really playing this game. And I'm going to use this as a jump off point here. One of the devs wrote a Twitter post that says, reflecting on shipping my first game, High Guard. First of all, the fact that this is his first game and him coming out here like he's been through it all, like, dog, this is your first time, right? Like, just be happy you made a game, and hopefully this doesn't leave a bad taste as a something on your resume when your possible new employer reads your resume. All right, so just be happy that you shipped the game. But of course, he decided to come out here and write this whole shit. So this guy's name is Josh Sobel. All right, so he's an ex-dev from Wild, whatever the fuck they're called. All right, he says, apologies for the length. Been wanting to say a lot of this for a while. The day leading to the Game Awards 2025 was amongst the most exciting of my life. After 2.5 years of passionately working on High Guard, we were ready to reveal it to the world. The future seemed bright. Everyone I knew who had any connection to the team or project had the same sentiments. Now, just to be clear, this is the first immediate red flag. Demo brought it up earlier. Everyone I knew who had any connection to the team or project had the same sentiments. This is lightning in a bottle. I trust this team wholeheartedly. If there's one project nobody in the industry is worried will fail, it's yours. This has mainstream hit written all over it. There's no way this will flop. I could play this game all day. Those might all be from Jeff Keighley. I don't know. Maybe they could all be his quotes. Who knows at this point? But those are the yes men that they had around them. Okay, just a bunch of people playing their shit, saying, "Wow, you made this! This was your first one! Yay! Congrats, fam!" That's not how this works, man. That's not how this works. The internal pre-reveal feedback, even from unbiased sources, was quite positive. And where it was negative, it was constructive and often actionable. People who played the game, including us, had a blast. And since we were an independent, self-published studio built with royalties in mind, many of us were hoping this could finally be the thing that broke the millennial financial curse. Okay. So I would say right there, that's the first red flag. Like, well, not even the other thing was the other red flag, but like a big red flag that they were hoping that this would break the millennial financial curse. The fuck are you talking about when making a game? You should be hoping that you're going to make something amazing that people love. The money is the result of the making something that resonates. Saying that part of your desire and hope was that, man, I really hope this broke the millennial financial curse. What the fuck? Get that shit out of this message. Why would you even put this here? Like, why is this here? That's some stupid ass shit. God damn. But then the trailer came out and it was all downhill from there. Content creators love to point out the bias in folks who give positive previews after being flown out for an event. Is that true? I don't think that's true. I think I think that only happens when people can look at something and they say to themselves, that looks like trash. And then somebody who got flown out comes back and says, no, actually, it's amazing. And then the game comes out and it turns out that it was not great, right? Like that's the disconnect that people have. But if a game looks amazing and then you have people coming out saying, yo, we played it, it is amazing, then that just confirms what we already believe to be true, right? So I don't think that there's just some blatant, like if somebody's positive on a preview, I mean, dude, previews, people have been getting flown out for previews for generations. You know what I'm saying? This, from the beginning, people were flown out to E3 and all this shit to see things, and studios were having people come to the studio to check out their stuff. That's always happened. So that idea is stupid. Like, listen, I understand this is your first game you made, but is your first time in the industry as far as like being around it and understanding it? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Oh God. All right. But they ignore the fact that when their negative leaning content gets 10 times the engagement of the positive, they've got just as much incentive to lean into a disingenuous direction, whether consciously or not. Okay, so I'm going to say this right now. There's no person who's a content creator who can go and rag on something and call it trash and horrible if everybody else in the room doesn't see it with their eyes. You can't go to people, show them something amazing, show them something that everybody's like, oh my God, this is amazing, and try to convince them all that no, their eyes are deceiving them. This looks like trash. It's going to be trash unless there's a hands-on that took place. But what he's referencing are content creators who did not get hands-on beforehand. They were talking about it before release. And then he's also talking about the people who got hands-on after. And I'm sorry, you got negative reactions because your game was not good. I mean, listen, whether it did it function? Yes. When I clicked the button, did it do the action you told me it was going to do? Yes. Did I enjoy doing those actions? No. That's where you lose. That's where you lose. The content has to be where people are also feeling that. That's why on the other side, on PlayStation land, they get away with saying Xbox is dead in their thumbnails 3 times a week, right? They can do that because all those ponies believe that in their hearts. That's what they desire most. That's what they want to be true. So when they hear a content creator saying it, yes, you're catering to those people and they are happy that you're saying that. That's what's happening there. But when it comes to a physical actual game, like a game that we're looking at and playing, fam, like if we have it in hand and we're saying it's trash, that's because, you know, that's what we feel. If we're looking at it on a screen before we touch it visually and just what we're seeing, if it's not engaging to us, then that's the way we see it. That's the idea. That's why there's content creators. The same way before there was content creators, there was people who just wrote articles, right? And they did the same thing. They saw something, they didn't like it, they wrote an article that they didn't like it. If they liked it, they said they liked it. This is all that happens. This is not new shit. This is obviously showing the tears that are rolling down your cheeks as you're writing this, that you're trying to deflect and push it away from your failings. Because as you said, the millennial financial curse, I take it you're a younger guy. You fit perfectly in the category that you're sitting in. You want to cry and say it's everybody else and it's not me. That's what you want. You want the world to say, oh, I feel so bad for you, okay, because you spent so much time and hard work on something, but it failed. And I don't know why these kids growing up today think that hard work automatically equals some praise. That's not the way this works. The worst games in the world had somebody working hard to make it. They worked hard to make trash. Doesn't mean that we're going to give them high fives and be like, hey, Thank you for making this trash. I will give you my money now. No, fam. No. You gave it away for free and nobody want to play it. What other signs can you get, my dude? All right. Let's continue. Oh, you guys can't see this. Interesting. That's because I can see it and myself is fuck with me a little bit. Let me see if I can do this right. Okay, this should still work. Let's see. Bam. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're in the money. I got that dual split screen. Oh yeah. Here we go. Okay. Now, he continues. The hate started immediately. Just that sentence alone. The hate started immediately. That tells you everything you need to know. That people saw the game and immediately didn't like it. Like, that's the reason you would get hate. God. In addition to dogpiling on the trailer, I personally came under fire due to my naivete on Twitter, which almost all of my now former coworkers had learned to avoid during their previous game launches. After setting my Twitter account to private to protect my sanity, many content creators made videos and posts about me and my cowardice. Damn, this is not going to help how you feel, is it?
That's insane, dude.
Maybe you should have put this fucking post on Twitter, dude.
Look, step number 1 to fix the game, ignore what everybody's saying. To protect your sanity. You protected your sanity, but you screw up your team.
If you want your live service game to work, ignore what everyone's telling you.
Yeah. That's crazy. CMoney,
that's
like
advice.
It's like somebody telling you, hey, there's echo in the phone, in the mic, right? In the audio, and you're like, yeah, no. Let me mute. Somebody ban him now. Ban him. Like, we don't take that over here.
Yeah,
like,
get him out of here. Get him out of here. How dare you?
Yeah, no, bro. How dare you? This is like madness, man. Stage 1, denial. They can't believe these. Oh, okay. I can't believe that they couldn't believe that this game wasn't gonna flop. Crazy shit.
Well, the thing is, bro, is like we all have eyes and we assume they have eyes. Of course, we can't confirm that. We don't know if they have eyes. Maybe they're a studio of the blind. You know what I'm saying? And they're just building based off of emotions and goodwill. And they just magically got this stuff on the screen. And they just could not see how whack it looked as they were making it. Don't know. Maybe that's the case.
Learned this lesson yet? That, like, before you go too far, the first thing you got to do is create your game loop, right? And then test it. Like, go blind test it with like 100 different gamers and say, is this even resonating? Is it worth pursuing? Because if it's not, then go back to formula, right? And say, all right, how do I fix it so that it is something that resonates? And don't waste so much money on building something and then saying, oh, people didn't like it. Yeah, well, you should have figured that out well early on. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Especially when you're talking multiplayer games. Single player, I get it. If it's a story-driven thing, it either resonates or it doesn't, fine, whatever, right? But multiplayer, you need the players. There's no way around it. You need the players. And if you're trying to take them away from games like Fortnite, good luck.
100%. 100%. All right. Let's continue. All right. Those videos about him, his post and cowardice, they amass millions of views and inadvertently sending hundreds of angry gamers into my replies. They laughed at me for being proud of the game, told me to get out the McDonald's applications, and mocked me for listing having autism in my bio, which they seemed to think was evidence the game would be woke trash. All of this was very emotionally taxing. Listen,
you see,
I can understand that is difficult, but why are you even writing this, my dude? Like, why does it matter?
Yeah.
Like, I understand it's I guess it's your truth, but like, what the fuck?
He's blaming everything other than himself for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what I don't get. Nobody's making fun of him for being autistic. I don't think that's the thing. I think it's more like
they are. That's not good. They shouldn't.
Yeah, if they are, like, ignore that. That you can ignore. Of course, but literally telling you this shit sucks, and you guys choose to ignore the same thing that happened to Concord, right? It's the same thing reading on over it again. And it's just like with Concord, they showed the initial trailer. Everybody said what they said. They ignore and they call everybody haters. You guys are wrong. And the game came out, and that's it. If you take a different approach and you see everybody reacting to your game negatively, and instead what you do is, okay, back to the drawing board. Guys, we think that we can do a much better product, or you cancel the game and then come up with something else with a different name nobody even knows. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you put this out there without even testing it properly, and you jump the gun and try to skip, steps in the process, it's like, you had it coming. You would have had to get really lucky to create a game, put it out there without testing it, and people be like, oh shit. Like, you definitely need the players' help. And that's why people pay literally gamers to go and test their games. Like, can you come test? There's people who like get paid for that shit. And I think that no, while that is good, it's better to get an organic response. Like Harkit said, just give it to a bunch of players. Look, randomly show up in a gaming center that there's a bunch of computers, and be like, look, listen, we're gonna try out a new game that we got working on. We kind of want to see what you guys think. Random gamers just playing the games. Boom. That's it. And then they'll tell you, bro, straight up, oh shit, maybe this is
I don't
good.
know if they
Maybe
do
this is
these
bad.
kind of things, but like, dude, you could just show up at like a PAX and just say,
yeah, there you go.
We have a closed door test if you want to play around. We just need you to sign an NDA that you can't let it out, right? But we want to just get your feelings about it, right? So
give
us, and you get so many people. There's like tens of thousands of people.
That would make so much sense. That would be so easy to do.
20 people, 100 people, 50 people, whatever. Just let them play. Like, let's see what happens, right? And you can get the feel from like the people playing. Are they into it, or are they like, eh? You can just like look at them and say, like, are they like, oh my god, this is awesome, or they're like, oh, this is kind of meh, right?
You know what though, Hargy? Like, to be fair, too, though, like if we're to something like that, as much as that might make sense at a base level, I think the problem is that inherently is still kind of catering to an audience that is predisposed to be excited that they're getting a chance to play this game. Where what the problem is, they're not going for those people. They're going, no matter how you cut it, no matter what your game is, if it's a live service game, you are going after the Fortnite crowd, the Call of Duty crowd, the Minecraft crowd. You're going after the Arc Raiders crowd now. Let's be clear, that's a big thing. The Battlefield crowd, right? You're trying to take those people and make them say, I'm not going to play my game of choice anymore. I'm going to come spend money and my time with your game. And in order to do that, the only way, it's the craziest thing, but you kind of have to get it in hands of people who are casuals, right? The everyman, like do a questionnaire at a mall or something. Be like, hey, do you guys play Fortnite? Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because I don't know how many of those people would leave your game either. But there are conferences.
It's hard. It's too hard. You just got to make something dope and hope that it works. That's the answer.
There are conferences that do focus on multiplayer games, though, right? And so you could look at that. If there's like maybe even the Epic one, right? They have the one where they do the Unreal stuff. Maybe that one's one that maybe because they do a lot of Fortnite things. Maybe there's enough of a multiplayer base there. There's Blizzard, right? They have the World of Warcraft stuff. Maybe I don't know. They have to be like creative and try to figure out a way to do that. And get some hands-on. But that's up to them. Like, look, the industry needs to figure this out because they keep coming up with these stupid things and they keep dropping. Like, like you have to think about what can make it so that you can actually get early enough feedback. Hey, is this going on the right track or not? Right. And a lot of times they do it to themselves. That's cool. But if you're making it, you're very biased towards saying it's good. It's just the way it is. Right. So you kind of have to like take an outside view. Is this actually fun? Just think of like Naughty Dog, right? They made Factions 2. They thought it was the best multiplayer they played, but they didn't even release it. Why? Because somebody else in their own studios tried it and said, I don't think so, guys.
That ain't it, man.
But you know what? They missed out, but they could have showed it to a bunch of gamers and maybe they would have a different opinion on the game. And that's why I say always shoot your shot. I think, Hargy, the biggest problem in the industry is that people are trying to create games to get gamers to become addicts to this game. They creating false expectations on these games to think that a player is gonna marry a game. Like, look, I love playing Call of Duty on release. I know, I really enjoyed it. I've been dying to go back play Call of Duty because rank just dropped. You know what? Even though I feel that way, I haven't played in weeks. You know why? Because all the other games that are coming out that I've been taking my time. So even though I love Call of Duty and I can wait to play Call of Duty, I'm unable to play it. You know what? Because I don't really have the time to play all these games. And I either have to choose. Either I play Call of Duty 24/7 and become the best player that I can become, or I play Call of Duty here and there, have some fun, and then move on and try some other shit too. Okay? Like, listen, we can get married in real life to one woman. That's fine. That's the right way to do it. But with games, bro, shit, those hoes are for the streets. You need to be playing whatever you want at the moment that you want. Hear me out, guys. You don't have to marry a game. You don't have to marry an ecosystem. Break the shackles, bro. Become free of and learn how to manage your time so that you can enjoy what you want to enjoy depending on the mood that you are. Today, I was feeling super chill. I played some Final Fantasy. Tomorrow, my homeboys get online. The weekend, what do? I'll play some multiplayer. Whatever it is they're playing, I don't care. I'm not trying to be the best player. I just trying to have a social experience and have a good time enjoying my hobby. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody should too. And I think that the video game developers need to realize that they have unrealistic, expectations of the games and expectations. They need to relax and create games and experiences that, okay, I want players to come back to this whenever they feel like they want to play something like this, rather than I want my players to play this shit all the time. I have no time to do or have social lives. You feel me? So I think it all comes down to like the fact that people are ignoring what's going on in the world right now, and that people got tired of certain agendas that were being pushed, and now they want to go back to like, oh shit, maybe the original way that in which we were doing things is actually the best way to do it, and it's all about balance. It's either too much of this or too much of that. And I think what they should do is like allow these things to fall naturally in their places. Allow characters to have a backstory that goes with the character, that goes with the setting, and rather than being like, okay, this character had to be like this because I feel this way, or I feel this character should be represented. Like, first off, like I get pissed off when they represent Latinos in video games for the most part. Super stereotypical, and it's not even funny sometimes. But if it is funny, if it has some charm, even if it's like that way, I can actually like it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, do it right. Do your homework. If you want to represent all these other communities and minorities, do it in a way that it happened naturally in real life. Do not make it feel like this has to be, the center of it all, right? Just let it happen naturally. It'll come. Like, it'll happen, but it don't have to be about that, right? How about that? How about bringing back cool shit that dudes like, because gaming, regardless of how you feel about it, it was our shit. It was our shit. And it's not like me being Randy macho man, savage. But what I'm trying to say is like, this used to be like cool shit for dudes. And now we're getting a bunch of cool shit for girls. I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool. But what is our shit? Like, y'all can make that shit too. I'm with it. Like, I think that there should be games out there that women and everybody can enjoy. Why not? I love it. But at the same time, why are you making it just for them? And what about us? It was missing us. Like, we need like the cool shit, Michael Bay action type shit, that is like goofy, toilet humor, guy stuff that me and you can enjoy a conversation like these guys. Maybe you can talk about it with your significant other, because it's like, I mean, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? There's a time to be with the boys, you know what I'm saying? And there's and your behavior changes accordingly. That's what I'm trying to say, man. It feels like they taking this shit away from us. I want more cool, do cool stuff that that we used to see, like cars blowing up, the badass like Doom guy, Master Chief, very violent shit, like I don't know, like Gears of War. Like I think that's been missing, and everything has been like Disneyed out a lot. And I think like I don't know. It should be a little bit for everybody, and it feels like it's.
I think it's
right.
I think it. This is the thing. I think it is. I think you still have all those games that you do want and like. I think the thing is that nowadays there's just so many more games that are made. You know what I'm saying? Like so many more games that are made on a daily basis. So when you're hearing about games, you're hearing about all these other games too. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like that, but it's just. Look, at the end of the day, the biggest thing with this stuff here is that, you got to take ownership for what you have going on, right? And if you're making this game and you and your friends think it's a cool game and you build it and you put it out there and the rest of the world doesn't think it's a cool game, is not because we're all losers and you're not. You know what I'm saying? That's not the answer. Okay. I'm not saying you're a loser, but I'm saying if you had to label one side or the other, everybody thinks your game is not cool. You think it's cool. I think that there's just a disconnect that you got to go find and plug back in. All right. That's just what it is. That being said, let me continue over here. He says there is much constructive criticism that can be and has been said about HighGuard's trailer, marketing, and launch, but I don't think it's my place to commentate on that. I also don't think there's any way to know whether the launch would have fared better or worse without the massive spotlight that was thrown onto us in response to the Game Awards trailer placement, but we never got that chance. No, there's never you can never have that. There's only one version of it forever. You can't go back and be like, oh, well, they didn't give us a chance to see the other version. There is no other version. This is the version that played out. Jeff, I don't know if you guys asked him or if he said, yo, you want to be in the last spot? I'll put you there. If he just did it and you guys didn't know, I think that would have been fucked up. I think he needed to tell you guys, like, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. And then you guys have to think, is your game worthy of the moment that that millions of gamers are there waiting to see what this one big surprise is going to be, which is always a game typically that shows us something going forward, a big push forward. You didn't show us something going forward. You showed us something going back. You didn't do anything cool and exciting. You did a take on shit that already exists, and your take was not compelling enough. That's the answer.
It created
we were
super like very high expectations. Like just the fact that it was the last thing, the expectations were extremely high, and as a result, people when they tried, they were like, "Oh shit! Like, was this even worthy of showing this at the end of the show?" And I think instead of helping the game, he actually helped it destroy it.
Great. Says we were turned into a joke from minute one, largely due to false assumptions about $1 million ad placement, which even prominent journalists soon began to state as fact. Within minutes, it was decided this game was dead on arrival, and creators now had free rage bait content for a month. Every one of our videos on social media got downvoted to hell. Comment sections were flooded with copy-paste meme phrases such as Concord 2.0. Oh shit, don't look at our title. Sorry. Or the thumbnail. And Titanfall 3 died for this. At launch, we received over 14,000 review bombs from users with less than an hour of playtime. Many didn't even finish the required tutorial. Fam, I don't know what these devs don't fucking understand. I don't know what they don't understand. We don't owe you shit. We don't owe you shit. If you cannot captivate an audience, that is a you problem and not an us problem. People didn't finish the tutorial because it sucked. I wanted to quit at the tutorial. The only reason, to be clear, that I finished the tutorial is because I already had planned to play the shit during our live stream. That's the only reason. If I was just good old CMoney, not playing this on the channel, I would have tried the tutorial and left the game and uninstalled before finishing the tutorial. So I completely understand why many didn't even finish the required tutorial. That wasn't a review bomb. Those were your players telling you that they did not like what you did. Your tutorial did not work. You should cut that shit. Figure out a new way to teach everybody how to play this game, or don't make the game so goddamn necessary to be taught something so different. Everything you add should be like smooth. We should take our prior skills that we know of every other fucking game that we have with a gun in our hands and be able to go into your game and play it and have fun. And then all the extra shit that your game offers should be shown to us in a way that we can just easily digest it while going. I don't want to fucking go play some shitty ass tutorial that wasn't well done. It did not captivate me and clearly all these other people. It's crazy. I love feeling justified. It just makes me remember how much like I am, very in tune with what's going on out there. Because as I was playing that shit, I was like, what the fuck am I playing? This is the most it's just not good. It's not good. And it was an embarrassment to even compare this to Apex Legends or Titanfalls. Yeah. Bro, I have hundreds of hours. I know not as much as Demo, but I have hundreds and hundreds of hours in Apex Legends. And the guns do not feel like that shit that was in this game. The guns feel really good in Apex Legends. Amazing. Like, this is Call of Duty, Apex. Like, it was not quite Call of Duty, but really fucking close. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a good feel when you played. You didn't have that. So, again, it's just annoying that all I'm reading is this fucking crying. And again, they call it review bombing. First of all, 14,000 people on a free-to-play game that millions of people can download? Come on, man. Come on. 14,000? That's nothing. That shows you how little people wanted to play your game. And then they come out and they're telling you, like, bro, this ain't it. Now, if you didn't put your pride out there, you could have been like, okay, we got to rework some of this stuff. Let's fix it. Let's do something. No, you didn't. You didn't do a beta. You didn't do any of that stuff. You should have did a beta, put the fucking tutorial in the beta, let people fucking play it there, tell you how much it sucks, and then you say, okay, we got to push back this game because we got to figure out how to integrate this shit where people don't feel like it's a fucking waste of time to do it. That's just the reality for me.
Facts. Would have saved them a lot of time.
100%. 100%. Put the shit out in a beta and let fucking people play it. And then when you get that feedback from the world, then you can go see if there's anything you could do to fucking salvage it or fix it. But you didn't. You put the game out to release as a 1.0. Here it is. This is our game. You should love it because this is the way we intended it. And guess what? We don't love it. And that's it. And it doesn't make anybody feel like you guys are actually going to go ahead and put in the work to make meaningful changes. It looks like you guys had a game you want to put out and you didn't think about you doing any changes to it. That's what
the funny shit that they said this was meant to be a live service game and they already killing it. And I'm like, okay, you can have, I don't know, I know the reception was bad and I know it's a lot to work to put on, but you can still take something from this game. It's not like everything worked, like when it comes to like technically, but maybe the concept and everything needs more work. Maybe the art style needs to be refined. Maybe the characters you need different set of characters, a different backstory, different lore. Maybe you could have gone with like, okay, let's do and add some single player missions, cooperative missions, shit like that. No, but they're already talking as if the game is already dead. So in my opinion, they were expecting this game to hit right away. This is they didn't have too much time in their hands to keep it going. They wanted this shit to hit quick and get going, start with a bang. And sadly it didn't happen that way. And that's like, part of the expectations that you set for yourself, And honestly, man, it's just like I would say, like, if the devs by any chance are listening to this podcast, do not get discouraged because your game got hurt not because of the work that you did, but like I think it was more in the art direction. The direction of the game was what let you guys down. So if you try to make another game with another direction, another art style, and and maybe another stories and maybe different characters that look cool and badass, maybe people will buy that game, dude. So I mean, but I would rebrand the studio because a lot of people are going to associate this with these are the people who made, whatever. But I don't think it's. I just think it was like a bad idea to not even have early access for this game, like every other game has. And why? Why didn't you guys do it? It is, at this point, it is what it is, man. I'm pretty sure that they are going to land in their feet. They had to make some money. There's some people out there capping for this game out there. So the same way there's some people that were like bashing it, there's a lot of people who were glazing it. And they were like, "Oh, you need to play this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't need to play to play nothing because there's a lot of games, like I said, that are out there and they are fascinating. I've been playing this one, Ascendant. I was showing it. I don't know if you tried that one, CMoney. That it has like a similar concept to HIGHGUARD, but it's cool as hell, and the characters are hot. And I think it's just a matter of I don't know. They need to change the direction in which these games are going, the lore and things behind it. I don't know that game, and I said it last week. I think last week, not the last time that we talked about this game here. That this game looked like what you might call it, Godfall with guns and ponies, and that's exactly what it looks like if you really think about it. I think they could do something like, I don't know, like an arena shooter, like 5v5 type shit in a smaller maps. Maybe more tactical. You can even change the setting to military or maybe sci-fi. Like there's so many things that you can do because they do have a blueprint. Like I hear somebody, Treybone, saying it, that the blueprint isn't there, and I do believe that they could, like, with the mechanics, like, okay, like sliding, jumping, all of that shit felt all right. It didn't feel like my issue was more with like, what the fuck do we do here now? We had to reinforce walls. We have to buy shit at the shop. We had to like collect crystal. I didn't like doing any of that shit. And on top of that, go to battle with a rifle in the hand, riding a pony. Like, the fuck is that? Like, it's like, I don't know, like that. Why didn't you make it a cowboy game? You know what I'm saying? Would that make more sense? Like something like
that. It might have made more sense.
Multiplayer in the horse, and you got the horse combat, and people, with cool pistols and revolvers and repeaters, and you could have made it something, right? Maybe, I don't know, like with the lasso, so different vibe. I don't know, bro. But you just like
it's difficult because I feel like they have a tough road because, again, you got to remember, it doesn't, like, the game itself has to be amazing to lure people away. I just saw Wolf of Darkness right now in the chat, and he's right. He says Overwatch is killing it right now. Like, there are just mainstays right now that are out here, and people already love them. And you can't, like, I'm not saying no one should challenge these games,
right?
But you have to have big bank. You have to have a big bank to weather the storm, right? Look at us. People talk a lot of shit, but look at fucking Ubisoft, right? People talk a lot of shit about Ubisoft, but if you think about Ubisoft, they have games that came out and didn't set the world on fire right away.
Yeah.
But they fucking stuck with them and stuck with them and stuck with them. And some of them are fucking huge. Rainbow Six, it's still a big deal. Siege is still huge. For Honor, nobody talks about For Honor. But
yeah,
you know
but
who
it's
does?
huge.
The millions of people who play that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The millions of people who play that shit talk about it. Okay.
And the Division
it's
as
not
well.
in the mainstream because they're live stream. These live service games, most of them that are successful, that's how you know they're successful. You don't really hear from them. They just go off into their world, and the people who love that shit live that shit, and that's where they stay. They don't come on Twitter to talk shit about the games. They go and they turn on their game of choice and play. Fortnite players, the so many of them that go play, you don't fucking hear about Fortnite. You don't hear about it. Nobody's out here talking about Fortnite for the most part.
But everybody's
doesn't
playing.
change how many people fucking play it because they're playing it. They're not on Twitter. They're playing. Right? That's what is the problem. You got to compete with that shit. Arc Raiders came out. Let's be clear. I want to make it super clear. Arc Raiders went into a niche that has not been capitalized yet. There are some strong players in there, but there wasn't a Fortnite of that world, right? There wasn't a Call of Duty of that world quite yet. And Arc Raiders was able to go in there and really make a name for themselves and create a path. Now, think about this for a second. That studio is Embark. This is not their first one. Their first one was the other. What was that final? The finals. The finals came out. Now, did that one set the world on fire? No. Right? Is it still played? Yes. It has its fan base. It has people who play it. It's still alive. It's still kicking, but it didn't reach big heights. It didn't take over that little place in the world that it is, right? That's not the big winner, but Arc Raiders is, right? Arc Raiders is the top dog. It's just, you just see it in that space. It's just a phenomenal experience. People love it. It took people like me who had no desire for that genre and made me embrace it, made me love it. Right.
Yeah.
And then you have Marathon, who thinks they're going to come in here and take Arc Raiders lunch. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yo,
there's zero chance.
But to be fair, CMoney, I want to say something. At least Marathon, it's kind of like learning their mistakes a little bit. Now they're going to have a open, like a stress test, thing before they release, and people are going to get to try for free. So that's good. I'm going to try for free. Maybe
that's only after. That's only after they got caught with that art style bullshit that they had to fucking delay everything and push it back. If they didn't get caught, they were going to release that shit the same way it was, looking like shit, being shit. No one excited for it. So yes, did they take that time to go ahead now and update it, and now they have voice actors and all this shit, and they're trying to make something else of it and increase the graphical fidelity of it. I still have no interest in it from looking at the trailers. It's just not for me. But they are, to your point, they are going ahead and now, after being forced to, are making changes. But again, this is what I was talking about. You need big bank. You can't be a little shit, come out here and think that you're gonna fucking just survive on breadcrumbs for a while. You know what I'm saying? You need shit to happen. You need to be like a Destiny where you don't get good until your big first update, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, this update really fixed all the shit that they've been hearing, and now it's worthy of playing, right? Like that's just what it is, man. All right. It says, in discussions online about HIGHGUARD Concord 2.0 and such, it is often pointed out by gamers that devs like to blame gamers for their failures. And that's silly. You hear what he just said? And that's silly. Okay, cool. As if gamers have no power, but they do. A lot of it.
Oh, I'm glad he understands
this
that.
Motherfucker is crazy. Like, what is wrong with you, my dude? Yes, we have the power, but we have the power to choose not to spend our money on a product that you are offering to us because you made that product not something that we're interested in or intrigued enough in to go ahead and play it and spend money on it. we are just doing what's best for us. You're not that important, my dude. Woo. No one is gathering around passing notes behind the scene like, yo, let's take down HIGHGUARD. Please, let's get them out of here. Nobody's doing that. Nobody. They don't give a fuck about you or your game. That's the difference. That's what you don't understand. That game means the world to you, but it means nothing to the world.
Damn. CMoney, you might have had to put a trademark on that shit. Like, we're doing what's best for us. You know how that sounds? It sounds like, yeah, like we do have a lot of power, and you need to cater to us if you want to make money. I mean, you can make a bunch of passion projects, but if you want to make money, you need to cater to the gamers who have the power, and they will go ahead and buy your shit. Man, and I love that because when it comes to gaming, I'm always do what's best for me. And I don't think that makes me a bad person or makes me somebody who's an asshole. It makes me somebody who's like
makes you a regular
looking after
person.
my best interest because I'm giving you my hard-earned money. You know, my time, which is even harder to get than money. So, damn, maybe next time they should think, right, about us, the gamers, especially when you're doing a free-to-play game. I mean, I'm hoping that you're trying to make some money off of it. Because if not, like, what in the fuck are you doing? Unless you want to make it, you know, one of those cool games there, you don't care about microtransactions. You want to put all the skins out there for everybody to grab for free. And, you know, just like that, like, if you want to do a charity project, you know, a philanthropist project here in these gaming streets. But as far as I know, devs want your money, right? So if you want to get my money, at least do a good job, man. And, you know, yeah, you providing me with a service, you know, it gives me the entitlement to judge you because, you know, I'm paying for it. And also to, you know, say that whether I like it or not, like, you know, publicly. Because it's almost like as if like, okay, yo, don't say that my shit is bad. Like, it's spreading bad news or spreading that my game is not good. It's not. No, like, we're keeping it real out here for the gamers because we're looking after
100%.
our interests. So there's no way in hell that I'm going to tell you, go ahead and, you know, buy this game or spend time playing this game when I know that the game is not that good. I mean, I can tell you, and what I always do in my channel, and when I always do whenever, you know, I speak about playing a game, I will give it a shot. Because, I mean, you never know what you're going to like. I got a homeboy hitting me the other day. One of my actual, like, you know, one day homies. He hit me up. He was like, oh, have you tried the game HIGHGUARD? You should try it. It's really good. He hit me up with that. I'm like, bro, homeboy smoking crack or whatever. I told him, like, listen, like, I gave it a shot, but it's not for me. I'm definitely not going to be putting down Call of Duty and Apex and all the games like that to be playing this shit. And it was like, yeah, I was going to say. And I was like, oh, shit. I got scared. I got scared because, you know, but at the end of the day, man, it's just another game. It's free to play. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, you don't need to listen to us. You can just go ahead and play it for yourself and see how, you know, how much longer you're going to enjoy it. We are giving constructive criticism. I feel like we are not trashing the game. Like, you know, the game is ass or whatever. We're giving you like, okay, where it fell, what the things that we think that you could work on it. We even telling you that you can even grab some of the things that you got going on with this game and add it to a newer project, and they might work. So, I mean, we're not game developers. We're just out here testing the product and just, you know, having a good time with it, or at least trying. So it's up to you to decide what's fun and what not, man. And, you know, go that way.
Well, to be clear, they don't have that opportunity here because they all got let go.
Oh yeah.
So they're gonna have to go find another job and see what happens. But it's just the reality, and it's just like the audacity to sit here and try to make us feel guilty because you failed. Like, that's crazy. Like, this is not you. Like, they think we're fucking friends. Like, they're like, we're cool people. Like, you're part of the family. Like, no, dog, you're a service. You're a service. We choose to partake or not. That's it. You're might as well just be called Netflix or anything else. It's just something that we could choose to spend our money on. We shouldn't even see your fucking face. Get the fuck back. go back into the shadows and let the company be the face, because they're the ones who put the money up for this game. I don't care that you're doing this, but we're gonna talk about it because the audacity to try to put it on us, like we're supposed to fucking shed a tear for this shit. Like, let's separate the situation. People, sure, like, oh man, you just lost your job. That sucks, dog. I'm sorry. You just talking to a friend, letting them know you lost your job. Damn, that sucks. You coming out here saying I lost my job because y'all motherfuckers didn't buy my game. Okay, bitch. Yes. Yes, you did. You should have backed the different horse. Okay. You should have told somebody that the game's not that good instead of fucking just being so happy that it's your first fucking game. Right. Just fucking don't put this shit on us, man. He says, I'm not saying our failure is purely the fault of gamer. Please, that's exactly what you're saying. Don't walk it back so that you can say, but I did say that. No, you still said what you wanted to say, but you're just adding another line to try to cover your tracks. So that if somebody says that's what you said, you'll say, no, I didn't. I said I didn't say that, but bitch, that's what you mean. Like, let's be clear. Fuck out of here. Fucking stupid shit. I'm not saying our failure is purely the fault of gamer culture and that the game would have thrived without the negative discourse, but it absolutely played a role. So let me ask you a question, and I just to be clear, is he suggesting that if none of us spoke up, if everyone who said anything negative about it shut our mouths, and we just didn't play the game, right? We just didn't play it. And then other people went and tried it because it's free to play and then stopped playing it like the people who did on your tutorial. Then it wouldn't be our fault. It's just because we told people what we saw and how we felt about it that made it that way. Come on, man. Just stop. Your shit was going to fail regardless. No words were going to save you, dog. No words were going to save you. Jeff fucking Keighley did a fucking serenade before he brought your game out. And that shit didn't save you. Because gamers don't go by the words. If I am here and my chat is here and they all are our homies are in the building with us and they're watching me and I put on a trailer for a game that every single one of them looks at and says, yo, that looks amazing. And I say, that looks trash. My chat is going to say, what the fuck is wrong with you, CMoney? That shit looks dope. Yep. They're not going to say, oh my God, my eyes. I'm sorry. I must have been looking at something else because the almighty CMoney has decided that this looks trash when my eyes are telling me it looks good. No one has that power. No one. Not the biggest streamers in the world don't have that power. Right. They can only comment on what you as viewers can look at and see. Now, maybe they might have the power to deter people from even trying or even looking at it. But I got to tell you a secret. Those people didn't have any interest in your game in the fucking first place. Facts. He didn't stop them from going to you. He just didn't push them to go to you. And those are two different fucking things. No real gamer who has eyes can look at a trailer and say, man, I really like that. It looks really cool. And then have somebody else tell them it actually looks like trash. And then they're just going to be like, oh, yeah. Maybe they'll type it. But when they get off YouTube, remember, this is not real fucking life. They're back home alone in their fucking, their basement. And they're like, nah, I really like that game. I want to try it. Like, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Like, let's stop the bullshit, man. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. All right. He says all products are at the whims of the consumers, and the consumers put absurd amounts of effort into slandering HIGHGUARD, and it worked. So we're victorious, apparently. Thank you. I'll take the W. Fucking guy. Many of Wildlight's former devs will now be forced to Oh my God, bro. The fucking pity party, dude. Jesus God. Yes, they got to get a new job. I'm sorry we didn't bankroll your ticket to fucking freedom and never having to work again, you fucking asshole. Like, what the fuck do you think we were gonna do here? Are you kidding me? They will now be forced to assimilate back into the actual corporate industry many gamers accuse Wildlight of being a part of. Now, every time someone thinks about leaving the golden handcuffs behind in favor of making a new multiplayer game the indie way, they'll say, but remember how gamers didn't even give Wildlight a chance. Yo, this fucking dude, bro, is this shit real? Is this shit real? Like, is this motherfucker really coming out here trying to make us think that our job was to help them stay independent? We all go, well, like most of us all go to a 9 to 5 where we work for somebody else and we have the handcuffs, right? But you don't need to. We want to help you not have. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, who are you talking to? I don't get it. This is crazy. And then he also acts as if he was the first one who came out and fucking failed. Like, no one, there's nothing else to point to ever. Jesus, this guy, he what's that syndrome, main character syndrome that they have that they talk about in anime or whatever, what's it called? I forget. There's a word for it. But this motherfucker thinks he's the main character of all fucking life. Like, this is crazy. You know what? He gives me an idea. This is what I'm gonna do, guys. Do me a favor, please super chat and become members because I want to be financially free. That's the reason I want you to do it, guys. Please help me be financially free. I don't want to work no more, guys. Please. Come on, man. That's the stupidest fucking thing that I have ever heard in my life. God. Jesus. Soon, if this pattern continues, all that there will be left are corporations, at least in the multiplayer space. Innovation is on life support. God. Even if HIGHGUARD had a rocky launch, our independent, self-published, dev-led studio full of passionate people just trying to make a fun game with zero AI and zero corporate oversight deserve better than this. What you're doing, dog, is you're just selling AI. Maybe we needed AI to help your bitch ass out because what you did clearly wasn't good enough. Fucking guy. We deserve the bare minimum of not having our downfall be gleefully manifested. The only reason it's gleefully manifested now is because you're coming out here like a bitch. That's why. Because you're out here crying publicly. You cry at home. You cry to your friends, to the people who give a fuck that you're crying. You don't go out in public and fucking cry. Nobody cares that you're crying, dog. Nobody cares. And what? You know how many people would kill to be able to get fired and go get another job at a corporate fucking place? Be fucking grateful that you, with your fucking privileged ass, can go ahead and lose this job and have the qualifications to go get another one. Woe is fucking me over here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I wish the best of luck to the few who remain at Wildlight and hope HIGHGUARD can stay the course. I still believe in it, and so do the fans we reached who continue to champion it on the subreddit, Discord, Twitch, and social media. And even though this adventure has come to an abrupt and emotionally challenging close, I don't regret 1 second of it. Also, I just want to shout out some incredibly supportive journalists and creators who generally made a night and day difference in enduring the past 2 months. All these folks deserve far more credit than they get for their empathy, intuition, and integrity. And these are the people. And then somebody made an image that he's going to turn into a t-shirt. Wow. Thank you. First one, Cesar Cortez. Toxic positivity. If the 150K plus users don't like your game, the problem is your game, not the users. I mean, there's no other fucking way to explain it, dude. I can't with this guy. Sorry, I know I was really annoyed with this, but it's annoying, bro. Like to have somebody fucking cry. Nobody's gonna fucking cry for any of us if we're gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who watch you, they'll be like, "Oh, damn, he's not here anymore. Well, I guess I'll go watch another motherfucker." Right? Like that's what will happen because that's the way the world works. Okay, it's just how it is. It's ridiculous that these fucking people are fucking are like this. Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, get the fuck out of here. All right. I think I said enough with this part. I'm gonna get Hargeet. I think Demo and I have been going back and forth with a lot of stuff. Hargeet, you've been watching, you've been listening. What is your take on the crying in public? Hargeet, are you planning to schedule all your private cries for your channel so that people can watch you, like a fucked up OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying, where they just come to watch you cry? Is that the new selling point out in these streets?
Look, I mean, the person is just telling us what they feel. Fair enough. I'll give them the nice little
Emotional damage.
but I'm not on social media, and there's a reason I'm not on social media is because social media is fucking toxic. That's just the way it is. So if you want to be there, guess what you're gonna get? People telling you you're a shitting piece of shit. It's just the way it is. You put yourself out in public, it's just the way it's gonna be. So am I surprised? No. Am I like going to cry a river for this guy? No. Like, dude, you should expect it. You're in social media, you're a public figure. You put yourself out there. The second you were like, you can't go to a Keeley's show and then be the last game and not expect to have something come of that. It's going to happen. The second that happened, you were going to get, some sort of reaction. And unfortunately for you, I don't know if it's a disservice or not, whatever it was. I don't think that was the right slot for that game. If that game was midway through the Game Awards, it would not have had the same level of reaction. Maybe it wouldn't have had the same level of engagement, but it wouldn't have had this. The problem for this game was it was the ending of that show. And I'm like, this was just not it. It just was not it. And most of the people who watched that show had the same reaction. This was not it. What are you doing? You can't end your freaking Game Awards with that. Maybe Keeley saw it differently. Fine. Whatever it is, that's the engagement you got. Whether it's good or bad is up to how they interpret your game. If that was a different game that people were like, oh, this looks good, even if it's multiplayer, that happens. It just wasn't one that resonated. And it is what it is. You're going to get your feedback. And look, if you're supposed to be getting engagement and then taking that engagement and do something with it, do something with it. Look, to credit Bungie, they actually went back to formula, right? Because they got the feedback. And yes, part of it might have been the lawsuit issue that they had with the content creator. Fine, whatever. But they did listen, because what we hear is that they changed the game, which is what they had to do, right? They had to change what they're doing because that game didn't hit. It didn't hit. And they obviously don't need that failure, right? And they're trying to do what they can to at least take the feedback, right? They could have done the same thing. No, we're Bungie. We created all these things. You don't know what you're talking about. It's like, no, they took the feedback. Like, okay, it's not working. Fine. Let's see what we can do to make it work. And they literally worked with some of the people who didn't like it and said, tell us what we can do. Right. And that's what you got to do. And look, there's other games that have come out. Those games have done well. You can take a look at what they've done and say, maybe we need to do something like that. Right. Fair enough. Versus complain that you're getting feedback. No, you need to go back to formula. That's what you need to do. You need to go figure out what the hell happened. Why isn't this resonating? Right? Maybe you have a core game that's good, but it's got some areas that are just not resonating. Fix it. Unlike this, they got the feedback. What'd they do with it? And then they released the game anyway. Okay. You saw what happened 2 weeks later, gone. Fair, fine. This is the way it is. The market will take what the market takes. The market's going to tell you what it wants to have. That's the way it is. Right? So if they didn't like it, they didn't like it. Now you're going to get some really stupid comments too. That's fair. You're going to get that, and you can say, just ignore that. You're always going to get that. However, there's going to be some constructive criticism too. Listen, that's what you got to do. Right? And so maybe that's just the first time that's happened to this person, which would be kind of weird, but I would expect this is just normal. Social media it is what it is, right? Sometimes it's good. A lot of times it's not good. So if you're going to be there, then take the shit that comes. It's just the way it is. Any public figure, do you know how many times Keeley gets all sorts of shit?
Yep.
Is he still on social media? Yes. It is what
He doesn't care.
That's the way it is.
He doesn't
No,
care.
he cares. He actually cares.
He does
He
not.
knows when to tune it out, and he knows when to take the actual criticism.
Exactly. There you go.
That's
That's
the way
the key.
it goes.
That's the key.
And so, but look, I good luck to this person. I'm sure they'll figure shit out. Hopefully, the other part of this, he did mention he's autistic. This could play into it. I don't know what the level of autism is, so it could be that this is just like an over emotional reaction. That can happen. It depends on how your autism works, right? So again, I don't want to pile into. I don't know this guy, right? It's one of the reasons I don't go after people like this. I would just suggest if you're gonna.
I kind of forgot that he was autistic.
If you're gonna be in public,
I'm not gonna lie. Kind of forgot.
Right?
Kind of forgot.
Right. So I don't know. Like if this is just your normal reaction, it's fine. Fine. Just understand if you're gonna be in public, you're gonna get a shitstorm. It just is what it is. It's sad, but this is why I'm not on social media. I don't need that. I don't need that crap. But you do, unfortunately, as a game developer, you're gonna need to get that feedback and then do something useful with it. Filter out what you need to, get the right feedback so you can go back to the development team and say, this is what we need to do to make this game useful for us. Unfortunately, it didn't come in time. It looks like that game is kind of like dead. They've pretty much laid off everybody, right? So I'm going to guess that game's dead at this point. So it's sad, but yeah, I don't know what else to really give them at this point. It's too late, right? I wish they had maybe taken some of that feedback. I really wish they'd come out in a beta and said, we've got a 6 month to 1 year runway with you to make this game what you want it, right? Because was it what was it? The one that run Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate had like a 2 year plus, right? For a long time, they're like, no, it's in beta. We want you to tell us what you want. And they just kept reiterating whatever they wanted, put it into the game. Is that what you want? Is that what you they made it what they wanted and then had the release, right? And the people who love that game, they love that. One game of the year, right?
Game of the year.
So sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to just play, especially when it comes to something like this and you're trying to disrupt a market that's already got these entrenched big players that are already taking up the oxygen. If Call of Duty can't get time from all these other games, just think how that's a huge IP. Mm-hmm. Now imagine you trying to disrupt that. It's not easy. It's just not easy. It's unfortunate, but it's not easy. If everybody could do this, they would have done it. It's not that easy. So if you have something, if you think you've got a formula, then constructively work with your player base and try to get the game to a point where it's working with them. If you, instead of just, you said, hey, this is a beta, we're coming out with you guys, we want feedback, we're going to take regular feedback from you to see what we need to change, and we'll try to work with you to make the game what you want it. Maybe it would have been perceived differently, right? But whatever. There's just multiple things where it just kind of didn't work. It's too bad. It is what it is. Good luck to Marathon. That's coming up, and we'll talk about that when we get to the state of play. But it's too bad. It's another one of these Concord situations. It literally turned out to be another one of these Concord situations a couple of weeks in.
Yeah, so I agree 100%. So this clip was brought up. Somebody did this guy Reese, I guess he had an interview with Sean Layden. And it's actually pretty on the spot for the scenario, so I figure we could check it out and hear what he has to say.
How many live service games can be successful at any one moment?
Yeah, well,
the answer obviously is not 20. Yeah, there's a certain amount of people, and coming up with the next great live service game, you have to not only have a great game, you have to compel people to take their time away from where they are to come over and invest time in where you are. There's a switching cost. I don't think a lot of people play 4 or 5 live service games at the same time.
No.
You're like all into 1 or 2, and that's it. And so for you to come out with another one, you're trying to get people to come over here. Stop spending so much time doing that thing you love and come over here and try this thing you don't know. And that's a hard proposition. It's not just the selling of the game. It's convincing people that they should take away some of the time they're really enjoying doing this thing over there to come over to your unknown thing and invest their time there. it's not like a single player game or a narrative play game. It's like I can do my live service thing with you, but I'm gonna just play Elden Ring and just to see that whole experience and get the thing done and go yay, and then go back to where I'm having my daily hit of Fortnite or whatever it is. So I think a lot of people looked at that model and said that's really healthy. That's really it's high profitability. But the market can only absorb so much at any given time. And I think that's why there's several companies who have launched their live service games in the last 12 months who have pretty much pulled the plug on them before the year is out. You just can't get traction at the start. It's very, very hard to prop that thing up without it.
I mean, he summed it up, right? He summed it up real kind of succinct there. And that's exactly what it is, man. The game itself, if it's not like something that is just so undeniable that it's visually appealing, and then when you get your hands on it, it's actually fun, not this made up fabrication of fun that they try to show us in these trailers. But when you are actually playing the game and you're having a good time, and not just for a little bit, because I got to be honest with you, there's plenty of games out there that I play that I have fun for the moment that I'm playing it. That doesn't mean it calls me the next time I go to put on a game, right? It doesn't mean that just because I thought this was a good experience means that I'm going to go back to that experience. Because that doesn't, like, a good experience here doesn't make the experience I already love worse. Right? I already love that experience. So I'm already going to go back like, oh, this was cool, but I'm going back. Right? So it's a very tricky space to navigate. And that's why we all made such a big deal about PlayStation fucking going ahead and diving so hard into this like multiplayer bullshit, this live service bullshit that they still are not giving up. They're still pushing it.
Listen, CMoney, you answer your question earlier when we were talking about the devs from HIGHGUARD. They want to be financially free. This is what they're chasing, bro. And they're not going to stop until they get it. And if they really want it, they're going to have to work hard for it. Because to create something like Fortnite, to create something like Call of Duty, to create any of these multiplayer games that are behemoths and that are like very recognized, within the gaming community, and some of the games are like a lot of people go to games, like it's gonna be extremely hard to achieve that. So I mean, they're gonna fail miserably a bunch of times until they actually get it. And then when they get it, then we can start that conversation when it happens. But I mean, we just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, ultimately, it's just a scenario where the PlayStation might not spend a lot of money or have a lot of money, but they still have a lot of money, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a lot of money compared to the people who have a lot of money, right? So they're not in anywhere near the world of Microsoft or Xbox, right? But they still have billions, right? They're still billions with a B. They still have the money to spend. And if they want to really make it work, then they can spend the money trying. I mean, obviously, we're about to talk about the state of play. So we're gonna get deeper into it there. But I mean,
I'm not hearing you.
Yeah, it's muted for some reason. Hold up. Yeah, I stopped listening. I went to the kitchen real quick and I couldn't listen.
Are you muted? Still not hearing you. You can hear us, but we can't hear you. Yeah, the chat's saying they can't hear you either. Like, what happened? And your mic is like flashing, so it looks like it's working. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, Simone been talking too much shit and got censored. No. We don't hear you. You got censored, Simone. They took your voice. Fight the power.
Can't hear you still. Can you hear it? Can we? Oh, he's coming back.
He's gonna reset. But yeah, hard
Yeah.
gaming, crazy work. What's going on with the devs, man? Like,
I know, right?
I don't know what to tell you, bro. They should listen a little bit more to you know what gamers want. Like I said, we want cool shit. Like it doesn't matter what it
Yeah.
is, as long as it is cool. Like, you know, like that game, Crimson Dancer. Like, you know, like that chicken game from the State of Play. It's like, okay, it looks it's bizarre, right? But it's cool at the same time. And it's like, okay, this chicken
Yep,
is forming aura
Definitely gonna
here,
talk about that one.
right? And it's
Yeah.
like, what is with this chicken? It reminds me of the rooster that fights with Peter Griffin,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, you can make something goofy, but at the same time make it look cool, and people will buy into it. You know?
Yep.
Yo,
Yeah, you're back.
All
You're
right.
back.
Now we can
Definitely.
hear you.
Let's go.
holy shit. Goddamn ponies. I wasn't even talking about them. All right, but they crying. It's these fucking tears. They got into the mic. That's what happened. These motherfuckers trying to take us down. Sons of bitches. I don't even know what the fuck I was saying now after all this shit that happened. I don't know. All right, fuck it. We're just gonna. Anything else to say on this, guys? On the bullshit, the blaming the gamer for their failures. Anything else before we move on?
Yeah. I'm good.
No? All right. Let me go ahead and hop over here to the homies. I do want to go ahead and shout out our boy Razor Ultron for being a member for 16 motherfucking months, man. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate the support. You the man. Thank you, bro. We can hit you with that. And then we got our boy motherfucking Mac City Entertainment. Shout out to our boy Mac City. He went ahead and gifted 5 on point for gamer memberships, man. Shout out to the homie Mac City, man. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you, homie. Y'all know what to do. Put that motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us, man. Thank you so much for your support. And of course, our boy, motherfucking Mac City. Thank you so much for the support, man. Really, really appreciate it. And of course, in the chat, you know what to do. Put those motherfucking FBs in the chat. Go ahead and let Mac City know what's up. All right. Let Mac City know what you feel about our boy. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, homie. All right. We do have our boy Mac22TH54 in the building. What's up, bro? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Says for the CMoney retirement fund. Oh, thank you. Woo! There we go. Brick by brick, getting that financial freedom. All right. What's his name? Ben, Billy, Bobby? I forgot his name. I was just letting him know that we're on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get that financial freedom from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. God damn, this motherfuckers are wild. The homie Be Nice in the building, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for that $2 super chat. It says devs blame gamers but end up burying themselves. Facts. Big facts. They don't want to listen. They don't want to believe it. They want to go ahead and make it a pity party for themselves. And you know, frankly, that's fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I don't understand why they think that that's what should be done. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it. I don't see us looking at these people thinking, yeah, that makes sense. That's the way. That's the way you win this. That's the way you win this fight. That's the way you win this war. Blame the people who could have supported you, but now won't, ultimately. It's just so dumb. Oh man. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me see what I have going on over here, because this is crazy town. I just had this thing set up right, and then it went away. Why? What did you do? I don't remember. Let me go ahead and try this. All right. Let's see. Go there, and then go there. Then see if I can do something that makes sense. No, bro. How is it that I told you how to merge the do the split screen? Remember, I was all gloating and shit that I figured out how to do a split screen, and that made my life easy. Remember that? Gone. Don't know what I did. Don't know why I did it. But apparently, it's a ridiculous situation now, and I'm just gonna be well, I guess theoretically I could do this as well.
You froze.
Nope.
You are frozen.
I know. I know.
Sub-Zero wins.
What about,
Flawless victory.
what about now? I'm here, right? All right, good now? I think so. Right? You can hear me? You can see me. Yes? I'm
Yep.
moving?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So let me get this out of here. Thank you. Be nice. Appreciate you. Let me take my chapter. Excuse me. We're gonna move on to the state of play and kind of have that discussion. Let me get the chapter and we'll go in. All right. So obviously, yesterday we had the PlayStation State of Play. And look, I went in with high hopes. I said to myself, maybe, just maybe, they're going to crush it, right? They're gonna come out here, they're gonna bring all their big boy first party studios out and be like, this is what we've been working on, bitches. Look at it, right? And no, it didn't quite go down that way. It just didn't, sadly. But ultimately, they did show us something. What they showed us was that the PlayStation that you know today, the PlayStation that exists today, first party is not a big part of their plans. Like it's not the push that they want. Where on Xbox is very clear, right? On Xbox is very clear that they're at a stage where they're looking at becoming the Netflix of gaming subscriptions, right? And what they want to do is get to the same place that Netflix got, right? Netflix got to the place where they once relied solely on third-party content, and then they started building their own content. And then now all of a sudden, Netflix got to a point where they didn't have to rely on all these third parties, and getting third party content on there wasn't a beg, wasn't a, oh my God, guys, come on, please let us do it. We'll pay you all this shit. Now it's like, oh, you want your shit on Netflix, right? Change the dynamic, right? But they only did that because they proved that as their own entity, they were able to provide content that people enjoyed. And Xbox is on that path, right? Xbox has stupid amount of studios. They're making stupid amount of games. They fucking released, what was it, 12 or 13 games last year? First party. You know what I'm saying? Like on their own, they did that. This year we already have what? Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, Call of Duty, Kiln. I think we have 6 already for sure guaranteed, and then there'll be more that pop up, right? And then we're getting a bunch of day ones into Game Pass, so they are on another level, right? They're just crushing it. And you know, PlayStation is just kind of saying, you know what, we're not in the battle of proving shit with our first party. They're just not that interested. And it's pretty clear. Most of the show that we saw was just they had basically all old games that they already showed us, right? They showed us what was it? The PC version of Death Stranding. They showed us fucking 4 Loop again, which, come on, man. Again, talking about games that don't need to come out. Bro, that doesn't need to listen, it could come out if it's a one and done game, like just sell us the game, we'll play your story and then be done with it. But that is not going to be a live service game that makes it. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not. It's nothing exciting about it. It doesn't look super dope. It's just not. So like they showed us that, and then they showed us really the only surprise at the end from them was what? God of War, right? God of War was the only surprise that I even remember from they showed us Sanos or Saros or whatever the fuck. But that's it. Like it just there's nothing exciting about what they have going on. They didn't come out here and say, "Man, let me show you what we're working with. This is what we have coming." Like the God of War, they did the same fucking teaser that they did for Ragnarok. Here's the logos. It's confirming that they're working on it. But you know what they also confirmed? That they're not working on a new one. They're not working on a new God of War, right? That's not happening right now. They're working on these remakes. They dropped a fucking game that I can't even understand why. It's supposedly a passion project, but the game looks like it has no passion. And that's the 2D God of War game. Just doesn't look great, man. Like again, when I was watching it live, I had all these thoughts go to my mind when they said passion project. I thought it was going to be another the Horizon type Fortnite wannabe game. I thought it might have been like a Lego game or some shit. I was gonna be like, oh, they're following these footsteps. And then it was like, nope, we're making a 2D game. And initially it was like, oh wow, okay, well that's better than one of these other ones because that would have been so stupid. This is like origin story, fine, cool. It's the thing. And you know, again, when I watched it there, it was just the bar was so low that I looked at it, I was like, all right, that's fine. But then when I watched it back afterwards, because I always watch these things back, you know, kind of just alone, just to take it in again and see, you know, if I miss anything or if anything stuck out better or if it looked better, because you know it's easier to see it on my big screen, on my bigger screen. And yo, I just don't know how they got away with putting out that game, that Spartan game, the 2D game. It looks so generic. It really is like baffling how these little indies come out here and they make these 2D games that just wow us. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I don't know if I ended up saying it or not, but like in Game Pass, not too long ago, maybe last week or a couple weeks ago, we got a game in Game Pass called Anno, ANNO, Mutagen, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And I played so much of that game. Honestly, I only stopped because of High on Life when I got the review code. So like I played so much of that game. That shit is so, I don't know if you guys played it, but you should. It should definitely be on your list to try it out. It's a 2D game, but it's like an HD 2D, and it's like there's depth. So there's actually it's 3D in that sense.
Or 2.5.
Like, you can move sideways, but like you can move back. Like if you go certain parts of the world, you're going. So it's like think of like the old school open world games. Like it's like a all 2D, but you can still move forward and move around. So like when you're you come out of her house, you walk towards the camera, you go into an elevator, go down, come out the door, right? And then you walk around the world and you go back. Like so you like it's 2D, but like they're doing something different, right? It's like an HD 2D, but just you know gives you more choice and options when you're moving around. Like that's you gotta know that was a China Hero project. Actually, that's the fun fact. It came day one into Game Pass. It is a China Hero project, so that's a Sony funded game during
through that China Hero project. Day one in the Game Pass, it dropped. All right,
It is.
game's
It's
really
not a
good.
Yubi
I
game?
really say it again.
Isn't that a Yubi game?
No, nope.
Really?
Anno, not Anno. There is an Anno game, but that's not the same
Oh,
Anno.
okay.
Is this game Anno Mutagen? It's a girl in the front cover, an anime looking girl. It's like pixel, but it's HD. It's fucking good. I don't know if you guys in the chat, if anybody's played it, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I really
I seen it. I seen it, and I've
I'm
been
really
trying to play. And the other one that came out that it was similar to it was 2D and it was really good as well. That I tried out was Mio. MIO.
Oh, Mayo, I didn't fuck with it.
Yeah,
yet.
that
I
one
saw
is
it already.
really good as well. And you know, Ninja Gaiden. We also got the Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, and the one
Ragebound.
that I really,
Yep.
really wouldn't want to play, and it's this way is the freaking Shinobi from Sega. And the other one that thought that it looked good during the show as well, that looked better than this one, was a Castlevania new game.
Yep,
Looked way better
Castlevania looks
than the God of War game, and it's just like, come on, man.
It really did. It really did, though. It's crazy. But yeah, that particular game, it's like these are small studios who are able to do this, and you're telling me that the talent, the quote unquote talent that you have at Sony Santa Monica, like what do you have? Like the rejects, like the people you don't want touching God of War, go make this game? Like it's so bare bones and basic. Like, why would you do this? Why would you not flex a little bit and be like, yeah, this is a 2D game, but look at what we got. It looks great. You know what I'm saying? You got people like, remember that game so long ago, it was on an Xbox stage, The First Night. Remember that game? That shit looked dope. Replaced is another one
coming out soon, and apparently
that's
preview-wise it's pretty
coming
good.
out soon. The demo's out. So that's there. I'm gonna be that's one of the games that's gonna be at GDC that I'm gonna get hands on with, you know, a little further into the game. So like there's that, and it's like, what are you? You're fucking PlayStation. This is what you do. This is you giving up. You know what this is? This is the way I see it. These are all fluff projects, right? Fluff things to hopefully get a little income coming into the studio, something small so that you can make a little money, because this shit is still you're still ways off, right? This remake situation, they're letting you know they have 3 games that they're remaking. That shit, we
4
don't know when
years,
that's
8
coming out.
years, God knows when it comes out.
Yeah, we have no idea when it's going to come out.
And
It could be
worse,
fucking 3 or 4 years from now.
they didn't even show us a fucking graphic of what the game is.
I know.
It's just, oh, we're making it. Okay.
It's still stupid, dude.
Well,
Like,
why do I need to even know that?
what
Just
year do you
tell
think
me what
this
the fucking
is?
game is?
And then hold on, Argy. Listen, we didn't show you the game, but let's give you something to hold you over.
Ugh,
This fucking Spartan 2D bullshit. Come on, man. This is crazy. Who the fuck?
yeah.
What are they?
Do you want to pile into
What
them?
are
I'm,
they?
like,
Look at
I'm
what
just
they're
so
doing with
waiting to
Horizon.
like, pile into them.
Good. It's true. I mean, listen, obviously on the screen, I was going to go over the games of the state of play that were on Xbox and PC, which is most of them. But I do ultimately want to get your guys' thoughts on the state of play as well, as a whole, assuming that you watched it. But it just shows me when you couple this with everything else they're doing. Look at Horizon. Are you getting a full-blown Horizon game? No. You're getting a multiplayer Horizon game that looks like Fortnite. And understand, you know who I am. I love Fortnite, but let's be clear, it's not the same type of game. It's like a Monster Hunter wannabe, right? Kind of. But it's like, that's obviously a game that they're trying to swing for this multiplayer shit. But like, this is not a full fat a Horizon, right? It's just like this amalgamation of it. It's just some version of it that they're trying to do to cater to more people, right? Okay, cool, but that's not what you showed us when you gave us Horizon 1 and Horizon 2, right? I know you want to do other things. You did Lego. You're doing everything with this fucking game. But that ain't it. And then the other side is they're not even doing the fucking game, but it's NC Soft or whatever, whoever they partner with somebody to do the other Horizon game. And that fucking game's not even coming to PlayStation. It looks better than the shit that they're making. It looks better than the game that PlayStation is making of their own franchise. Make
Facts.
it make sense. How do you have another company take your IP and make a better looking game than you're fucking doing it? And they're showing that shit on PC and mobile, but they don't even want to make that shit for your fucking PlayStation, bro. They're like, nah, it ain't worth it, Jack. It ain't worth it. You know why? Because it's probably going to be free to play. And PlayStation, you know, they don't want that. You know, they don't want it. They want
you to pay that PlayStation Plus.
They want you to pay the fucking subscription, bro.
These guys.
That's why they won't do it. That's why they're fucking. That's why they rather go out back, put the gun to Concord's head, and say you're dead, than to say let's go free to play for a while and see what happens. Right? They rather do that. They rather kill it than let it go free to play, because if it does do well as a game, they're going to have a hard way to prove that the next game should be purchased and not free to play again. Right? That's why they don't want to go down that road. But goddamn, how do you get shown up by another company with your own IP? And then how do you get shown up by small indies making 2D games, and you show up as the big bad Sony with this basic ass, that shit can run on my kid's Amazon Fire tablet. Okay? It's literally, I wouldn't even disrespect it and call it a mobile game. Okay? That's some shit that runs on the Atari fucking new release shit that they did, that Atari system that came out. It's literally the most basic bone bare ass shit that I've ever seen, and I don't know how they're not embarrassed. They came out here proud as shit talking about that. It's a passion project. That means you got no passion. That means you lack passion. You don't have passion. Don't tell me it's a passion project and this is the shit you show up with. Passion is supposed to have hearts. Passion is supposed to make me say, oh shit, look at what they've done. No, there's no passion here. Huggy, I know you've been waiting on this.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and give me your thoughts on this and what you feel about, you know, the state of play in general before we go into this other stuff.
So as a state of play, if you're a PlayStation main, I would say this is probably a good, 7 to 8, maybe in that range. It's a good, decent like showing, fine, because there's enough third-party stuff that was good. As a person that's not a PlayStation main, oh god, I try to like their shit, but I'm like, how is this what you're putting out? Anyway, best thing I saw, John Wick. That was the thing that really caught my eye. John Wick looks cool. That's going everywhere. Obviously, it doesn't matter. Fine. We're going to play that on Xbox or PC. Fine. Other things I thought had potential. Crimson Moon looked kind of interesting. Project Windless. That was the chicken game you were talking about. A demo. There's Neva. There's Kenna. There's Castlevania. There was Yako Shinobi Ops. That seemed okay. Cool. That's where it starts to go a little bad. Okay, so anyways, the stuff we saw again, Pragmata, we've seen that like 4 billion times now. Just released the fucking game, whatever. Resident Evil, we saw that for the 8th time. Okay, cool. 007 First Light, of course, we've seen that like 800 times too. Interestingly, Beast of Reincarnation is on their stage, which is good. I think that's cool that Xbox is not locking down the marketing. Let it market with everybody, even though that game is going day-and-date Game Pass and just went into Dev Direct. They're still allowing it to be marketed. That's fantastic. That's great. They get to see it as well. Hopefully it gets picked up over there. Saros, we saw again. It looks okay. Marathon, good luck to the team. I don't know what's going to happen there. For Loop, like you said, it could be interesting, right? But it's like, I just don't care. Those kind of games just don't interest me. Tokon, same problem.
Interesting is not long term. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
Yeah.
This is a live service game. It can't be. It can't be more than
maybe
interesting.
It won't. Again, good luck to the team. This is like some Left 4 Dead devs making a new game. But look, it doesn't mean that because you went over. We've seen this enough times. Mind's Eye, anybody? Like where you got like stellar dev team, doesn't matter. It's a shit game. It is what it is. We will see. This has some interesting twists. Fair enough. If it works, it works. Whatever. We'll see what they do. Marvel Tokon. I'm sure it looks great for those who like fighters. I don't care about fighters. I don't, and it's just not for me. I don't care. Same thing when they talk about DOA coming back. Okay, whatever. But anyways, Control Resonant again. I don't know, for some reason Remedy games are hit or miss for me, and Control is just I got bored. So I don't care. Death Stranding 2 on the beach is coming out on PC. Cool, whatever. Here's where it goes bad. Legacy of Kain Ascendance. Like, okay. It's just what Darwin's Paradox. The octopus game. Like what the fuck are you doing, Konami? What
That look
Okay.
that look a little that looks silly enough, but like in a decent way that if it was free or on Game Pass or
but it won't be
something
free.
like that,
Yeah, I
would
mean, if
be
it's a
fine.
Game Pass, I'd give it a chance.
I'm not
but
gonna
it's like,
buy it,
come
but
on. Mina the
yeah, I
Hollower.
wouldn't buy it for sure.
Okay, Rev Noir. Okay, for those who like those kind of games, fine. Rayman 30th anniversary. Okay, fine. I just don't care. Brigandine Abyss again. Okay. Ghost Yote gets a DLC. That's great. Where's the PC announced? That's what I was looking for. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection 2. Okay, fine, whatever. Whatever. Star Wars Galactic Racer has a new. I just don't care. And now, oh my God, how did they do this Sons of Sparta thing? So I don't know what the Gears of War trilogy is going to look like because they haven't shown us a goddamn thing. But if they're going to do the same kind of treatment that they showed with the Sons of Sparta, they just might as well fuck off. It's just so why? I can't believe they put that out as the last thing. Like, okay, from now on, nobody on the PlayStation side can ever talk about top quality. Shut the fuck up. That is a first-party studio game.
Facts.
They did nothing to sell me on that game. Nothing. They usually have cutscenes. They have something to make you go, oh my God, this looks awesome. Even if the gameplay is shit, nothing. That game was like, what the? Are you serious? Like, literally, that's like a 2-people team making a game. I think Replaced is going to do better. Like, what is this? Like, you're serious? Sony's putting this out? Really? Really? Don't talk to me about Pentiment. That was a fucking awesome game. It looks like garbage. I had no interest whatsoever. And I'm like, what? Why? Why are you like what? This is nothing like your other God of War, like 2018 and Ragnarok. Nothing like you just put those out. This is what you're putting out. Really? That was just such a bad showing. I like the enthusiasm of the guy who's the voice of the original trilogy. That's all awesome. I'm hoping they do a much better job with that remake because they're saying remake. So I'm hoping it's not just a like, oh, we took the assets and we kind of just made it 2.5D and gave it a little bit of polish and hey, that's a remake. No, I want you to like remake it, like make it in modern engines, make the game altogether brand new. You got the guy there. I'm hoping that means they're going to recast all the people, right? Bring all the voice talent back, like do the game again, right? So like FF7, right? It was total remake. I hope that's the level they do. If they don't, yeah, you lost me. Like, come on. This is how you sell me on the game. Like, has Sony like totally lost their ability to market? Because they used to be like, yo, we're gonna show you shit, and you will just be like,
Bro, they're all gone, Hargi. They're all gone.
Are gone.
Everybody
So
who was at Sony is gone.
Like I always remember the one where they showed you Horizon and Spider-Man and God of War and all that, and they announced that at an E3, right? And I'm like, dude, just stop already. How many games? It's like awesome thing after awesome thing after awesome thing. You're like, oh my God. And they know how to hook you. Like that was what you wanted. Like, what the hell was this? What, like there was like nothing in here of theirs that was like, yo, I need to play that. Like take the Dev Direct. It had good stuff in the beginning. It was okay, right? But they ended it with that Fable. And oh my God, it was so on point. Everything was great about it. I'm like, yes, it totally elevated the show because that's what they ended with. You need to have that kind of thing. Their ending was like, you couldn't even show me like, here's our concept of what the remake is. Because at least that might have me a little excited. Nope, we're remaking it. Here's the logo. Okay, what the hell is that? Like, I don't even know what the game's gonna be. And then you show me this piece of garbage. Like, oh my God, dude.
They think they're big dogs with their fucking God of War. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, we just show a logo and they're gonna wet their pants. And it's like, dude, don't get me wrong. I was pumped, but
I love it how Hargi is upset and shit.
But like, the thing is you kind of want Sony to at least try to compete, right? And like they are competing in like we sell hardware. Well, I don't care. You're a fucking McDonald's. I don't like. Give me a freaking like break here. You're not giving me anything I'm excited for. That's not cool. The games that I was excited for are multiplats. right? I'm gonna pick up John Wick on Xbox or PC. I don't care. I don't need it to be on freaking PlayStation, obviously. So that's the game that really excited me. That like, oh my god, this looks cool. I hope they land that one. There are other games that were like, okay, this has potential, right? But like, it's all third party. It's all stuff I'm gonna be able to play on PC, if not on Xbox as well. So I'm like, okay, so what did you show me that was PlayStation? Nothing. It was just meh. Like the only new thing you show me is this, and I'm like, okay, but I just don't know how they've lost that magic of how they used to hook you, right? The trailer that they think about how like Blizzard comes up with stuff, and they're like, when they show you that trailer, you're like, holy shit, right? The game has nothing to do with that trailer. It doesn't matter, but they like show you this trailer.
Yeah, they still could have did a mood piece,
right?
They could have done a mood piece.
Like, what is the point of this? Like, like, give me that like trailer that says, and the Spartan goes and does it, like, and blah blah blah, right? And why didn't they have that? What is going on at Sony? What are they doing? Like, I don't understand.
It all comes down to money. They don't got it like that no more, bro. They don't have the production value. This is like what PlayStation fans need to be getting used to now. This is their standard right now. And I want to say, from the state of play, I like a couple of games. I like Crimson Moon. I thought that looked incredible. Gave me a bunch of Darksiders vibes. It's cooperative hack and slash. I like that. I like that one. I'm definitely trying to play that one. I like the John Wick. I'm with Hargy. That's a day one. Like that's not even a question asked about that. It's like day one for sure. And the God of War Pentiment Edition. Yeah, man. You know, I can't believe y'all cap for the pizza for, you know, Pentiment clone.
Did you see demo? It had that capture on PS5 Pro. I'm like, you could capture this on fucking Nintendo GameCube and it would look better.
You know how
fuck, dude?
They just Pro. What was the game they just made?
Facts, fucking crazy.
They just made run Minecraft, I think, on the Nintendo 64 or something like that. I think something like that was achieved. I gotta look at the news, but one of the newer games got they put it I think in like older consoles and it ran. So I'm pretty sure they can do the same. This is backwards compatible with the other consoles because this ain't shit. Honestly, man, look, I was looking at the trailer on YouTube to see the reaction from actual fans that care about this shit. And look, God of War fans, they so interested in the lore that they, ready to swallow this up. And this is exactly what's wrong with gaming in certain. Look, talking about Crimson Moon is actually, it was actually on screen. Man, like the toxic positivity needs to stop too. I mean, you need to like be real with yourself. Like, God of War, you can have like a game like, like a little spin-off or something, but you like should expect at least a little bit of more care, if this was done with Halo or Gears or something like that, like they would have been getting cooked. And I don't see enough bad reactions about this game. In fact, I see a lot of ponies capping for this shit on their PlayStation portals. And it just goes to show the corporate slave behavior that we are observing online. It's insane at this point. It's wild to see these ponies running rampant out here trying to dethrone Sony as hard as they can. And come on, bro, keep it real. Demand better from Sony and from all these companies. And it just makes me feel like, bro, they so out of touch. Look, I'm going to give the show as a gamer because I did like some of the games that they show. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's like, and this is like the best state of play we had in years. So that goes to show that it wasn't still up to par. In my opinion.
Wait, Demo, real quick. You know what you just said that it made it true is the best state of play.
Yeah,
not the best PlayStation state of play. Right? They should just drop PlayStation from the title. If they just did like state of plays and just let it be a state of play, and it's like, oh, these are just some games that are coming out, fine. I think, and look, I feel like it's crazy because I will never look at this show and see any of these games that are on multiple, either on PC or on Xbox, and think, oh, I want to play it on PlayStation. Never. I have a PlayStation, but I really don't want to use it. I'd rather buy it anywhere else.
it's not about the box for me. The only reason I have the box, the only one, is not because exclusives. Okay, it's because of the first party that PlayStation made, like that they had. Last of Us, Naughty Dog, that was my shit. They haven't made a fucking game all generation. I don't think we're gonna get Intergalactic for another couple years.
Couple of years, easy, yeah, a couple of years.
We'll be in the next Xbox generation before PlayStation drops a Naughty Dog game. Like, this is fucking crazy. And then everything else that already had their drop, like God of War Ragnarok and Spider-Man 2, they were massive letdowns for me because I don't like PlayStation. So the first party games that I'm hoping for are shit that's gonna blow me away. I liked God of War 2018. So I thought to myself, man, this was a PlayStation 4. Imagine what they'll do on PlayStation 5. I love Last of Us. Man, this is a PlayStation 4. Imagine what they'll do on PlayStation 5. Ghost of Tsushima, I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was fine. But it's like, man, imagine what they'll do on PlayStation 5. And the answer that I got is they ain't going to do jack shit on PlayStation 5. They're going to give me a PlayStation 4 game with makeup on. I'm sorry. I could see through the makeup, ho. You still ain't pretty. You know what I'm saying? You still ain't pretty. It's not happening. That's not the reality. It's a fucking massive letdown. So when I see these shows, I want to see, sure, show me all the other shit. Cool. Hopefully it's good. But show me first party that's dope, exciting. You're big boys. Let me see what's cooking. You know what this tells me? You don't know what the fuck you got cooking. God of War, fucking remakes. You ain't got shit you can show me yet. You can't show me a sliver. Fucking 2 seconds. Have the fucking guy just show fucking Kratos turn around to give me an idea of what he's gonna look like in one of the games. Like, goddamn, something? No. What'd you give me? 2D bullshit. That's shitty 2D. I'm not a 2D snob. I'm okay with 2D games.
To that point, the 2018 trailer apparently was all bullshit. It wasn't even in the game, right? They like, it didn't matter. They just made something so it hooked you. That's all they needed to do. Just fucking make something to hook you. It's like, oh shit, now I want to play that. But they didn't even give me it. It's just fucking logo. That's it. Just this logo being put together. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't care about that. Dude, how do you get outshone by Konami coming back with Castlevania?
Bro,
Castlevania
don't even
looked so much better than that shit they showed me for God of War. What the fuck was that? It's on your own show. It's your own show. You're the one putting it up there.
Fucking true.
Yeah, every game out there looks better, dude.
It's embarrassing.
It totally is. It's a Sony first party. It's not even like, oh, we gave the IP to somebody else, like NC Soft. No. This is your Santa Monica Studios making this game. Okay. This is what you released. Okay, fine. Don't talk to me about fucking Grounded not being good enough. Many millions of people played that shit. That works just fine. Grounded 1 and 2 are great. Don't talk to me about how it doesn't look good. I don't care. It worked. Don't talk to me about Pentiment. Don't talk to me about any of the games that you think are too small from our studios here on Xbox side. They at least release and people play them. Who's gonna buy that? Seriously. Whatever. And if people do, good for them. I don't see it. It looks so. They need to do a much better job selling me on that.
I can't wait.
So bad.
I can't wait to see the sales on the God of War game. I mean, honestly, I hope that that these people understand that Santa Monica is not looking good at this point. Look, they dropped God of War Ragnarok. And after that, it took them like 3 years to show you that they started to work in the God of War, and 3 years to drop, God of War Pentiment Edition. So
what the fuck have they been doing for this long?
Listen,
that's a good point. What have they been doing for this long?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like what they've been doing.
Games, bro. Remember, hold on. Let me remind everybody real quick, because everybody seems to forget. they had a multiplayer game that got canceled.
Oh shit, that's right. So they
they were not secretly working on another God of War like the ponies want you
And
to
that got
believe.
killed.
They were all in on the multiplayer game.
And they totally
and that
lost.
shit went night.
Oh my god.
Hold
dude.
on. What if the multiplayer game? I think Sony PlayStation, they had no decision, and that's what's killing them. Because maybe this PlayStation game, like the Spider-Man multiplayer game, was good and people would have liked it. Look, that's another thing. Look at the contrast. We see a game like HIGHGUARD, right? That shows you a trailer and everybody hates it, and they cancel it, right? Or they are dying, right? And now we have the case of something like the Spider-Man multiplayer game that they cancel, and when they show it to people, everybody thought it was cool. Why did they cancel this? It's like, bro, I'm losing my mind out here with Sony. And look, hey, yo,
they canceled it because they couldn't afford to keep it running. That's why they canceled.
Let me do my promotion properly. I'm free on Fridays. Sony, Hideo, and everybody over there who, all the suits over there who might want to hire me. I'm free. I can tell you what some gamers like. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the best at it, but I think that I have a better idea of what these people want. And it's like, even people in Twitter were like saying, why did they cancel, the Spider-Man game? I mean, it looked like it could have been something, right? Superheroes, multiplayer, what can go wrong, right? Whatever, man. It's just crazy at this point. 7 out of 10 for this show for me. I thought it was an okay show for gamers, but at the same time, they show Beast of Reincarnation, right? They gave you a day, but we already seen that shit. They show you a bunch of other games that we already seen, like For Loop. We've seen For Loop before. Yeah. They show a bunch of games that we already knew that they were coming. We already knew that was happening. And as a result, the hype died down. And as a result, I was like, okay, cool, but I already seen this shit. It's time for Sony PlayStation to get out of the shell and start producing new shit that nobody heard about. I don't want to hear no more remakes about The Last of Us. I don't want to hear about no Uncharted remake. I don't want to hear about nothing. Not even about Infamous. Don't even make that shit or Killzone or nothing. Give me new shit at this point because y'all getting lazy and y'all don't even want to do shit. And now the funny thing is that they get lazy and fucked up like this the minute that they go multiply. Oh, like now, and it also makes me think like, shit, the fact that they're going multiply now is because they fucking broke. Because how can you, is there any other way, Hardy, to explain the decline? And the reason is all about money, bro. They don't have the budget.
CMoney already covered it. I think the reason is the people who cared are gone. Do you think Yoshida would allow that shit? You think he wouldn't have said, fuck you, we're not showing that shit at all. Go fucking fix it.
Bro, Yoshida would have canceled the fucking 2D shit. He would have looked at that shit and said, who the fuck is this for? Who the fuck is this for?
Do you think it was Bungie that green lighted this shit? Bungie green lighted this shit? It's Bungie's fault. Bungie is the scapegoat.
Well, no, Bungie doesn't do anything with the
I think
this is
I
just
think
them.
Hiroki said we need some money, bro. Your studio's not bringing it in. I don't know how well Ragnarok has been selling, but I don't know if it's a continuous sell. I don't think it's selling a lot every month. Okay,
no,
I just don't. Man. I just don't. So I think there's no more income coming.
It just doesn't feel like that's Sony place. With like an edge. It just doesn't feel like it at all. They just, it's disappointing. It really is. And I don't know. I would have liked to see something cool. Like Wolverine still looks like it could be good. I hope it is. Right. So they have something cooking with some things, but I don't know. What else are you looking forward to from them?
I mean, listen, I got to tell you, Wolverine has nothing to do with PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? I have no hype because it's PlayStation's Wolverine.
It's Disney or Marvel, right? But yeah.
It's because it's Wolverine. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's the only reason that I'm hyped for Wolverine. It's not because it's a Sony property. And frankly, it's not because what they're doing with it. This is what I like. What I like is it reminds me of the 360 Wolverine with the blood and the dismemberment and all that bullshit. That's what I like. I don't like the fact that graphically it's not a next gen game. Graphically, they're not pushing it. This is the student. Remember, don't fucking get it twisted. Before Hiroki came in and said, "Fuck you guys, your budgets are fucking way lower now. We're not going crazy." These are the guys who said that Hellblade was their goal.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
We joked about this. 2 years later, they want to reach Hellblade's level, and they did not reach that level. 2 years later, it didn't reach it. So again, I'm being straight up. I am excited for it in the sense that I am looking forward to playing it at some point. Is it a day one purchase for me? More likely than not, that's going to be a negative. I don't know.
I mean, for me, it's obvious.
You know,
I'm not. I
gonna
don't have a
come
PlayStation.
around.
It's when it comes to PC. I won't
Yeah,
even
you
touch them
can't
on
play it
PlayStation
until
anymore. It's PC.
It's 6 months. Supposedly 6 months
Yeah,
is
so
supposedly
whenever it comes, it comes.
the amount of time. But aside from that, like I'll maybe get it like during the holidays, maybe if it goes on sale or some shit. But like aside from that, like I'm only excited for it as the sense like, all right, well, that's something that PlayStation's releasing. But again, it's not exciting like, yo, let me go play it. And we know, I see Future. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. He asked about where was Wolverine. They right before the show, they told, like, somebody asked them about when you're going to give us our next update on Wolverine, and they said spring of this year. So within the next couple months, we're supposed to see it again, some way, shape, or form.
And it looks like it probably will come out in that
but-
like summer time frame at the end of summer or something like August, September, which makes sense. I think that's perfect for that. I think that's a perfect time to put it out. So, but yeah,
I mean,
whatever.
it does make sense. But so okay, so this is the thing. Obviously, we know most of these games coming to PC and Xbox. So I do want to kind of look at this also from the angle of Xbox's plan and why it doesn't have to have the Xbox logo for it to still be an Xbox game that you can purchase
Exactly.
on your handheld and your new Xbox. And I know that might be saying, yeah, but not this Xbox. I don't give a shit. This is the new way forward.
Well, we
right?
don't
New
know
way
that.
forward. What's happening?
We don't know that. It is very possible the
Don't
series
don't tease me, Hargy, because
could actually get.
I wanted to ask you.
I'm just saying.
I was trying to ask you. I was gonna ask you before, and then it got caught up. But if you if you guys look back earlier, I said I wanted to ask you something, and then I never asked it. Because the Series X and S have the dev mode that does exist, and you can, in the dev mode, play games that are not there. Like our boy, what's his name? New Jack City, I think he's one of our homies from the show, but he's big into it. His Xbox is full of all old emulated PlayStation, all the God of Wars, all the games. He plays all that shit on his Xbox.
Yep.
So if this is something that Xbox does, would we be able to, if not officially kind of implemented through dev mode, would there not be a way to go ahead? Because it is free to turn on dev mode now.
Yeah, no, the problem is just performance, right? So if you're emulating, it has to emulate something that the console can emulate well, versus if you just say they just bring the new OS to Series S and X, there's no reason they can't. So if they do, you just get the same ability that Magnus gets, which is you can just go get Steam, go buy the game on Steam, enjoy the game. Doesn't matter.
Let me ask you a question, Hargy, because you're a tricky one. Are you saying that because secretly in your mind you have heard some rumbles that might be the case? That might be a possibility of them doing it.
But I don't see why it can't be, right? Because it is ultimately a PC. You literally could just it is running Windows already. So it's just really saying, let's just upgrade it to whatever the next Xbox OS is and give it the ability to run Steam games, which again, Steam runs on like Steam Deck. right? Those games are running on a machine that's lower spec than, except for memory, than the Series S. Nothing stops them from.
Bro,
doing
let me
that.
tell you something. Let me tell you something right fucking now. If Xbox backports the new UI and the new capabilities of being able to have Epic, have fucking Steam, have any of those stores available on your series consoles today, god damn, would that be fucking insane. That
Yep.
would be insane. That would be fucking ridiculous, my dude. That would be
Yeah.
ridiculous if they give it to all the people who over 46 million people can go and download Steam and Epic and play their games
Yep.
on the boxes they already own. That would be fucking crazy.
So hold on, you
That
saying
would-
that they might update the consoles
The current
to be able to the current consoles to be able to run the whatever is going to be the next Xbox type shit?
It's possible. I'm not saying it will happen, but it's possible. Tech
It
wise,
is possible. Yeah, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's a PC, same
Exactly.
way. So they could update the OS, mess around with that shit. So
Exactly.
that would be, if they do that, that'll be crazy that you were gonna be playing some of the PlayStation games like that on Xbox. But
Absolutely.
it'll be even crazier the fact that you're gonna get like something like Steam on your actual Xbox. And I don't think that would increase exponentially the value of the console, So man, that would be that shit. Imagine not having
They
to
may not do it, right? But I'm just saying, tech wise, it can absolutely be done. The question is, do you
imagine
want to do it.
if you can still, with this Xbox, and you don't have to feel obligated to buy the next one, and you can continue with
Exactly.
this one. For people like me, and I'll be like, I'm fine with this as a console, and if I can upgrade, I do it later on my own terms, right? And I don't have to be in a hurry because I'm literally getting the same. And I know the other people will upgrade anyways because of the, obviously it's gonna push more power, it's gonna, games are gonna run better. But I already have that because I have a PC, right? So it'll be like perfect for me and perfect for those who can't afford the new one or the PC. And it'll like, make
That would be
make
crazy,
game
man.
really, really, really affordable that way. That would be dope.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It would be
yeah,
so crazy.
yeah, I
And
don't know if it's gonna
honestly, it
happen,
would give into the idea of what Xbox is trying to do, which is like,
Right.
hey, we're not gatekeeping, right? So if they go ahead and allow Series X and S players to have the same feature set, because it literally
Yeah.
is just about, you just got to unlock it. It's just a software update, right? It's like, hey, here's the new UI, and bonus, you also, when you upgrade to this new UI, it goes ahead and unlocks the ability to go on your
Yeah.
web browser and download Steam and fucking all this other shit, Epic Games and all this crap. That would be insane, and it would make it truly that the only reason to upgrade your console is because of whatever power features they have, ray tracing, whatever. All it's basically like the same reason you would get a new graphics card. You know what I'm saying? It's just because you want more performance, and,
Yep.
and that's it. So that would be phenomenal. And damn you, Hargeet, for putting this into my mind now, into all of our minds, because now all of us are fucking thinking
I'm
to
not
ourselves,
guaranteeing
God
something like that can
damn.
happen. I have no idea, but I'm just saying it is possible. And wouldn't it be cool? Right? They can just take the 50 million
I mean,
install
look,
base or whatever they have and
it-
say, you can also now access Steam. Cool.
Listen, they did allow Xbox One users to keep their consoles and use the cloud to play all the new
Series
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So they sort of
So-
did the same thing for
so
them
there
that
is
they
some
could be doing for the
precedent.
next generation.
Yeah.
Because they could have, they could have been like, nah, that ain't gonna work, fam. But they did. They allowed it to stay. So,
There's always possibilities, man. There's always possibilities. We will see. We will see what they do, right? But yeah, anyways, back to this, state of play baloney.
yeah. Well, I mean, look, ultimately, I think that again, when it comes to Xbox and the state of play, the strategy is full effect. Like you could just see why this makes sense, right? Like we could see Phil's master plan. He wants gaming for everyone, everywhere. And he realized that PlayStation might be stubborn, right? They might take longer to get on board with what Xbox is trying to do, but they want it to be done and they want it to be done now. So what they're doing is deleting the ability for a Xbox owner to say, damn, I gotta go buy a PlayStation if I want to play that game, because now they can just on the same Xbox log into Steam or Epic Game Stores and buy, or God forbid, a PlayStation store on PC that they might open up that you will be able to download if you want, and play those games directly on it. Can you imagine on your Xbox downloading a PlayStation PC store or Steam and logging into a PlayStation account and getting your trophies from your Xbox? You just the whole idea of a PlayStation just disappears.
That is exactly what's going to happen, guys. But I gotta say, guys, thank you for having me. I had to run. I had to get up really early, and I had the baby here in the back. My girl's pregnant, so we're waiting on all the ones.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats, bro.
What?
We're waiting on all the ones.
No, shout out to fucking Devil Papa Bear number 2, bro.
Yeah,
what?
But you already know, huh? You already
Congrats, fam.
Yeah.
Fuck, we got goddamn fucking Rico's finally starting to fucking troop now, bro. Now you just gotta get the
it's been a struggle because you know how it is dealing with pregnant, but
of course.
But it is what it is. We will survive, man.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're gonna find out tomorrow whether it's gonna be a boy or girl. So
let me know, bro.
So I'll let you guys know, whatever I'll say, like maybe next week or something when I come in, I'll let you guys know. So it's like, I don't know. Cool. But yeah, man, that's it. Thank you for having me, guys. Yeah, man. Fun show. Keep on doing your thing. Shout out to all of you, man. I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy, Devil Flow. Check it out.
See you later, man.
Be easy, bro. Peace, dude.
Peace.
All right.
That's wow. Congrats to the homie demo. That's awesome. Awesome news.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I mean, look, what do you think about that, Hargy? Obviously, we've been kind of dancing around it, but just like the idea that Phil premeditated all this and playing his 4D chess, he understood that the way forward is through PC. And he knows that although PlayStation is making their games, he also knows that they're going to put their games on PC, which they have been doing. Again, hell, one of their games are only coming to PC. Like, to be clear, if you have a friend who has a PlayStation 5 only, okay, that's the only thing he has, and you have a PC, if you have an Xbox handheld, you can play the next Horizon game that's actually more like the actual Horizon, and he cannot. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a big thing that Sony is allowing to have happen. So, like, what do you think about that? What do you think about the fact that Xbox was 2 steps ahead and realized that this was the way forward? And this
they always are, right? They always are. They keep looking at the market to see what's happening in the next 10 years, right? So that's just part and parcel of what they do. I assume at some point Sony does that as well, but they kind of look at it in the lens of what they want to do instead of what where the world is going.
Consumer.
Look, at some point they have to contend with reality, which is why they're on PC now. I think they're going to be putting more stuff on Xbox. Some of those games of theirs are going to be on Xbox, right, day and date. So that's fine. It is what it is. Some of them will not. They'll be on PC, but that's okay, because guess who owns PC? It'd be Microsoft. They don't care. You put it on their system, it's done. And that was basically all that had to happen, right? This was the whole prediction of at some point they're going to merge with Windows, and they own it. That's it. They're done. Like, they're the biggest platform. It's done. Like, it's just, there's no way around that, right? So they're gonna basically have the ability to attract customers to say, you want the console experience? No problem. We offer you everything, all games, everything, right? And there's Nintendo. Yeah, really? There's a way to do that too. We could just put that aside. But but outside of that, you have pretty much everything. And then if you want to have a portable, they've got that on market for you. If you want a PC, a laptop, all of it's open. It's going to have all the experience. We already have in preview the full screen experience available to anybody with Win 11, right? So that's going to come out at some point in the next few months. So and that'll be available to everyone. It's just going to keep getting refined and keep getting better. At some point, people can choose if they like that experience or a productivity experience. Want to play, it doesn't matter. The cool thing is when they start putting magnets out and other OEMs start making it, and you have the choice to buy a productivity machine that happens to have a power profile that a lot of publishers and developers will be, making their game towards, because there'll be a large chunk of them out there, right? In general, you see a lot of like Steam Deck verified. Why? Because there's like 5 million of them out there. It's like, okay, that's enough to target it, right? If there's like 25 million OEM plus Microsoft selling of the Magnus platform, that's a lot of customers. So you're going to say, I'm going to say Magnus certified, because I want people to say, yep, it's going to perform at the level I expect on your machine, right? So you don't even have to buy it as a gaming machine. You can just buy Magnus as a productivity machine, but when you want to play games, it'll run the game well, right? So like it's just a good move. It gives them some opportunity there. We'll see if it resonates with the customer base out there. If it's something that works or not, we'll see. But I think it has a lot of potential. I think it's a really good way to segue into the next gen of people, right? The younger generations, they kind of like the ability to have PC, right? Because it's open for them. Play all the games you want. There's still games that don't come to console that are PC only. There's some big ones out there, right? So you get everything, and like that's what people want. It's like, I don't want this limitation crap. So it's really up to like PlayStation to get to a point where that release to PC gets closer and closer with the handful of games that they're actually putting out that don't come day and date. That's really it. So it's very easy to see that going forward, because at some point, like we've been seeing, Sony needs the money, and they've been putting games out on PC to make money, and they made $2.5 billion. You think they're gonna stop? It's like, that's just pure cash. The investment is probably like somewhere in the range of like $2 to $5 million. That's their investment, and they made $2.5 billion. You think they're gonna say no to that? Like, who would say no to that? Like, why wouldn't you? That's such a freaking fantastic return. They're obviously going to keep doing it. So, I think they're going to get closer and closer. And at some point, I don't know if they care. They'll just put it out day and date. We will see. But like at some point, you just want to get as many sales as you can get. We'll see how they keep moving with that. Right now, I think they have 2 games. Like they have that Sons of Sparta, Gears of War, and then Saros coming out that aren't PC day and date. I think everything else is Tokon, I believe, is a PC day and date as well, right? So I think pretty much all their games are first party, whatever these third party, first party things that they're doing are all kind of day and date PC, which is good. That gives the game a chance, right? I think it's a good idea. So look, did Phil see that? It's pretty obvious it's going to happen, right? And once you see that like merge with PC thing gives you all this opportunity, it's like, yeah, this is what you needed to do to get away from the game has to be made for my platform for people to be able to play it. No, they don't. It doesn't have to be made for your platform. You just pick it up on Steam or Epic. Doesn't matter. You can now play it, right? That was the one like linchpin here was like, if you go third party and allow your games on other platforms, who would buy your platform? Well, people who want everything, right? And that's the thing they did, is to say, you know what? A, I have Game Pass. B, if it's going to be PC, I got EA Play Pro. I got Ubisoft Plus already, right? I can get somebody else's subscriptions. I can play all the games from any store. Like, dude, this is fantastic, right? If you get it right, if they can land this thing, it will be really, really cool. But ultimately, again, it's Windows. They're going to win anyways because it's Windows. So it doesn't matter. People are going to buy PC anyway. So whether they do the Xbox mode or not, you're still buying a PC. They still have games for you to play, whether you want to get them in Game Pass or buy them. So from their perspective, it's like a win-win. If you want their environment, cool. I love it. Right. So we'll see. I don't know.
Agreed. The other thing, Hargeet, before we head out, is I do want to kind of get your thoughts on you know what I was initially talking about with
Did I say
PlayStation
Gears
and
of
what
War or
the
did I say God of
show.
War? So
Say
Riff's
what?
not saying anything. Did I say Gears of War? God of War, Sons of Sparta? Did I not say God
Oh,
of
you
War?
know what? I gotta be honest
Maybe
with
I
you.
said Gears of War. I don't
I
know.
don't know if you say
God
Gears
of
of
War,
War.
Sons of
Maybe it was
Sparta.
what's it called? A Freudian slip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Sons of
maybe.
Sparta, God of War.
By the way, I was fucking pumped for this Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if you played Metal Gear Solid 4 on the PlayStation
I did.
3,
I hated it.
but I did. Did you? I fucking loved it. Is the
'Cause-
reason I didn't have a PlayStation 3. I waited and I said I didn't have a reason to do it. This was the game that made me buy the PlayStation 3. I bought the bundle that came with it.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking I was digging it. So I am very much excited that it's here. I might pick it up or I might wait for a little while, but I feel like I want to get like all the Metal Gear collection for some reason, but then I remember that I'm not like, you know, the biggest Metal Gear fan, but this one I really, really liked.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
I know.
point
I played it.
is,
The
is my
issue I had
question.
with it was the massive freaking long cutscenes. You play a little bit, like 15, 20 minutes, and then you had 45 minutes of cutscenes. Like, shut up already.
Well,
And it's like all
fucking
this, like,
Final Fantasy, bro.
yeah, it's too much cutscenes. I got sick of it. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I did finish it. I'm pretty sure.
No, I get that.
So
Yeah, listen, sometimes it just kind of is what it is. I do get what you're saying. But my question is when it comes to PlayStation, right? For me, and I just kind of want to get your ideas on it before we get out of here. For me, this show really just showed me that like it's just the first party is kind of irrelevant now. It's like their own show highlighted Konami over their own shit in a meaningful way. You know what I'm saying? Like Konami was the main event of this show. And you know, the shit they showed was either old or just a bullshit announcement from God of War, and then a fucking out of touch fucking trailer with Marathon thinking that people give a fuck about that game. And then that bullshit Ghost of Sparta shit. Like, what the fuck? Or Sons of Sparta, whatever the hell that shit is. Like, I just find it so embarrassing. And I just want to know, like, what do you think, man? Do you honestly, when you think about PlayStation, like, what are they just not serious about their first party anymore? Do you think they're checked out? Do you think they're just riding out what they have going on and just focusing on their big ticket, you know, items outside of PlayStation and then just their store and their deals that they're making? Like, I don't know what they're doing anymore. There's nothing exciting out there for me. Do you think that this is just going to be the way they are going forward? I mean, what do you think? Do you think they find themselves being relevant anymore?
well, no, I think they do. I think was it you? I think it was you who said that basically they did the multiplayer game, right? And that was what what Sony Santa Monica was working on, and that got canceled. So that's what's happening. I think a lot of their studios are running into that, and they kind of have to retool and get back to what they were doing before. And unfortunately, like development time these days it's a long time. It's it's generally between 5 to 8 years before you get a new game. So it's going to be a while before you get something substantial. In the interim, you're getting these smaller things, some lockdowns where they're going to third parties. That's what you get, I guess. So it feels like 2017, 18, 19 when Xbox was like trying to wait for their games to kick in, right? And everybody was like, just wait for next year, wait for it. And it just like kept waiting for it. But then now it's like, yeah, all those games are not coming out. And like, so now you have all these games and they bought so many studios that the train keeps a rolling, right? We just keep getting more and more and more. So on this side, it's pretty good. On the other side, it's like, what do you guys have now? Right. So I think they'll eventually kind of solve this, but what the quality of the games are going to be is going to be very interesting to see, because I think the people who cared aren't really there. And like, so I don't know if the same like push is there to make the games as polished as possible. So we'll see. Like, I can't believe they put that trailer out for God of War, Sons of Liberty, whatever, Sons of Sparta. whatever the heck that game is. I
and the
thought that was
price,
just-
and the price,
oh yeah, it's
$30.
$30. Like, Jesus, dude. Like
30
seriously.
and 40. I think there's a $40 edition. Like what? I thought $15. I thought 15, max 20, but I thought 15
Yeah.
was the sweet spot. 30?
So
Fuck
yeah.
that shit.
So this is kind of where they are right now. I think it'll kind of get better. Look, we still got Wolverine. Ghost of Yote came out. That's a pretty big one. Like I'm hoping they will have more. Eventually, you'll see Intergalactic. I'm sure they have more cooking. But yeah, it's kind of like that with their studios right now. We didn't see anything from Fair Games. I have no idea what's going on with that game. You just assume at some point they're going to stop spending money on it and just close the studio, but they must think it's got some potential, right? Because they're still working on it, and the creator of that studio is gone. Like, oh yeah, fine, whatever. So
Bro, the game
I
that
don't
they're basing their idea off of is not even hitting anymore. Like
Yeah.
Payday 3 is not it. So like what are you even doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, this is gonna be that Castlevania game, right? Like, just compare this to what they showed, and you're like, this little company, Evil Empire, whatever, they put together a game that looks way better than what these guys did. And you're like, how can you
Now
do
that's
something
that
that
Motion
ridiculous?
Twin. Motion Twin is the studio that made Dead Cells, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
And Dead
yeah,
Cells
they're
was
pretty good.
fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really, really good.
but yeah, I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so I mean, hopefully they get
that's
better.
like
but
that's
I
like
don't
when
know.
a rapper has somebody feature on their song, and the person who features is better than them
Yeah,
on their own
right.
song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the pre-show is better
Like,
than the
that's
main
what
event.
this is. Yeah, exactly. Like literally, like this would look amazing. You're gonna let Konami come out here, show you how to make a 2D game, and then you come out with some pixel art bullshit that doesn't even have fucking any depth to it. It's just bland and garbage. Yeah, for me, look, for me, that is the big takeaway that I got from this show. PlayStation first party just is irrelevant. If they show up, great, but nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares. Nobody's here for them. The ponies have made it evident, like they make it super clear that they do not care about PlayStation first party. It's just a matter of time before PlayStation fully soaks that in. But I honestly think they're already there. I think they already know that they're not spending the money. They're not going to invest like crazy into these big games. They're going to use things like different art styles to make you think they're doing something new, but it's really just a cop out, right? That's just looks like the way they're going, man. I don't see anything really ambitious coming out. The only chance I really see is whatever. There's two games that might do it. It's whatever Naughty Dog does with the what is that shit called? Heretic, what Intergalactic?
Intergalactic.
If that game, first of all, the name of that game sucks ass. I hope they rename it because that's some bullshit. Intergalactic. Nobody cares about that name, but that game might still have some money behind it, and possibly Cory Borlaug's game, which is supposedly still a game that's working. They're working on Sony Santa Monica.
That isn't this one.
That's his game. That is not this one.
That's not this one. Okay.
No. So he's supposedly working on his big game. Remember, his game's like a sci-fi some shit. So we'll see. But that might be the other game that has a budget behind it. So whether they come through, I don't know. But I feel ultimately like PlayStation is just, they're just basically becoming what essentially won them the PlayStation 4 generation, right? Was the fact that they're just keeping the status quo, doing just the base, more of the same, right? And I think that's where they are. They're just doing more of the same, just cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Whatever angle they could take to make it cheaper, they're going. And I think it's crazy, but this is the reality of what it is. The PlayStation that you knew and loved back then, if you knew and loved them, is dead and gone. This is some new
amalgamation of a PlayStation that they're just all about keeping the dollar in check, man. And listen, all responsible business have to do that, but it's just showing you that, unfortunately, PlayStation doesn't have a path to keep investing heavily in their first party when they are not selling. Xbox has a path. Game Pass is the path, right? Game Pass allows for a good amount of money to come in, and then they make these other games, and they empower their studios to make the games they want to make. And then if they do great, fantastic. If they do okay, cool. They're not dying, but maybe you got to do something else next time, or maybe try a different path. But it's not the end of the world. This, I just feel like at any moment, we don't know what the fuck is going on. I did like this Silent Hill game. I thought this would be I thought this was pretty good. It's on PC as well, so if you want to play it, that's where it would make sense. But yeah, that's it. Anything else on this, man?
Yeah, so I guess the only thing is like my rating for me, I'd give this about like a 6 because of some of the games that were pretty good. But from as I said, I have a separate rating for those where you're a PlayStation main. I say this is probably about an 8 because I think there was plenty of good games there. But like from my perspective,
if you only have access to a PlayStation, then
if you're only a PlayStation guy, right? If you're a PlayStation main, I get it. This is pretty good. But for me, I'm looking for the stuff that isn't like available to me already. And I'm like, you just didn't show me that much. And you really annoyed me with that Sons of Sparta, God of War thing. It was just ridiculous.
Wait, you're not upset that that's not on Xbox?
No.
You're not upset about that? Oh,
no.
Shit.
And as you pointed out, and all of it's going to be on Xbox anyway because of PC, but I don't care. I'm not playing that game. There's no way I'm paying money for that.
I feel that.
Give me a break.
I feel that. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, when I was watching it live, I gave it a 7, and that was coming from me seeing games that I knew that were on PC and on Xbox, right? So there were some games that I was really excited for that are on PC and Xbox. So
yeah,
that is why John Wick, it a 7. If I was doing it,
fantastic.
John Wick looks fucking fantastic. Thing. That I was so hyped, bro, when that shit got revealed. I was like, oh my god, this is finally happening. When I heard the sound, like the music that they use in the start of it, I was like, why do I know that? You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like it was familiar.
I figured it out immediately.
I
just
know that.
It seems so obvious.
Oh.
Like, yep, this is John Wick. This is John Wick. This is John Wick.
I think my heart wouldn't let me jump to that conclusion. You know what I'm saying?
Then when I saw like as he moved away from just the kung fu whatever to shooting, I'm like, oh yeah, definitely John Wick because it's exactly the same kind. I'm like, it's John Wick.
They did it. I was just hoping that they didn't half-ass it and they got Keanu, but then obviously they did the big face reveal of Keanu Reeves. Fucking shout out to them. Very excited. And we found out a little bit about it. This particular show, I didn't want to go through it. I might, like, on the next show, I might go and talk a little bit about these games because there are some information that came out. But this particular one, it is an official game. So it's in the official universe of John Wick. It's like a prequel. It's officially in the timeline of the story, and this is happening in the John Wick storyline. So that's exciting. That's very, very cool. I think I don't know if did it already happen? Nope. All right, here we go. I think the best thing to do is, as we say our goodbyes, go ahead and leave it in the background. You know what I'm saying? So there's John Wick to send us off. But yeah. All right. Well, Hargeet, if there's nothing else, man. Power Boss. I see I saw what you put in there. I saw that from Jez. They're looking to ditch OpenAI and start their own like AI model. So they want to be, I guess, relying on them. Maybe OpenAI is not moving fast enough, or they just want more money and they're not producing. I don't know. But I just didn't put it part of the show because it's kind of like not very gaming related for us. But definitely interesting for sure. Huggy, anything else before we do our goodbyes and get out?
No, I don't think
Right.
there is, but whatever.
All right, cool. So I'll leave this playing in the background while we say our goodbyes. All right, guys. Well, this is what we're gonna wrap it up, man. Thank you all so much for coming out and rocking out with us on this motherfucking Friday night. If you got someone special in your life, it's almost Valentine's Day, so get prepared to go to them and wake them up and say Happy Valentine's Day, baby. But it's happening. It's coming up. So, guys, I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. Obviously, we will be back on Tuesday night with Night Quest, 8 p.m. Eastern. Is going to be a good time. Definitely come through. I'm really, really, really trying to do our streaming game, our streaming show next week. Our game, we doing it live. Next week has been a couple weeks because of time and other things that came up. So we definitely have a bunch of shit that I want to play. It's kind of crazy because there's only so much time that you could play, but there's definitely a lot to check out. So I'll probably play High on Life on there too, probably. Just to put it out there. I really love that game, so I kind of want to promote it. But yeah, so we'll be back, and then next Friday, we'll be back here with Night Shift, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it's gonna be a good time. So definitely come back for that. Now, of course, I want to shout out our homie Demo, who was live in the building, who rocked out with us, man. Appreciate him and him spending his time with us. I can't believe there's garbage marathons in the background right now. Oh my god, make me throw up a little bit in my mouth. We're gonna fucking get this shit out of here. I'm good. So yeah. So shout out to Demo. New Papa again. They're on their way having baby number 2. Shout out to him. They'll find out boy or girl tomorrow. Pretty cool, man. Shout out to our boy Demo, man. God bless. Hope everything stays good and bless your baby and your lady and you. So shout out to him. And then of course our motherfucking homie Hargeet live in the building. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you as always. Let everybody know where to find you, how to get your book, all the fun stuff.
Yeah. My book, it's shop.johnny.us. If you want to pick it up. My channel's Hargeet Johnny 1 on YouTube. And then I'll be on with Web Dave on Sunday. We were back. Super Bowl last weekend. Not so great for the Pats. But anyhow.
Not very great for the Pats. No. Embarrassing for the Pats, actually.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll be back on Sunday, 7 p.m. US Eastern time. Check that out. We'll talk about the state of something. State of decay. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. We'll see what's to come for sure. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate you. I see Dion landed. What's up, player? How you doing, man? All right, guys. With that, we're gonna go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle, we're done. Until next time, you're intruding.